know.
Why not bring Saka on?
I don't know.
What was he thinking?
I don't know.
What's he thinking?
I'm trying to get into Tuchel's head because the lads were dead on their feet. And if you're going to go to 5 at the back, which I kind of understand in one way, I do. But what you need to do is help help the back 5, because if they can't get out, you literally are on the edge of your box, and you can't defend all the time like that. You need pressure on the ball. You need players to get out, and also you need an out ball. We had no out ball. Nothing. But I can't believe you said
that's coaching 101. That's literally coaching. We are sat there, 2 donuts, all right, in the Redwood. 2 people that sit on here, all right? We ain't coaches. We know football. He's the top level England manager, and the whole nation can see that we were camped in, and everyone's screaming, "Make a sub, give us an out."
I don't get it, Jay. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand how he couldn't see what we were seeing.
talkSPORT Sports Update, brought to you by Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
Good afternoon. Amid reports, even the players within the squad are questioning Thomas Tuchel's tactics throughout the tournament. A former England coach has told us he should keep his job. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank was part of the backroom team that led England to the final of the Euros 2 years ago. He admits Tuchel made mistakes, but
I think he has to stay. I think he's the right man. I think he has got the mentality to get past this.
Meanwhile, if there was one element of talkSPORT's analysis of England's exit that went viral, it was Adrian Durham, apparently saying Arsenal were to blame. Fair to give him the right to reply then, after he was pilloried for that yesterday, and he has moved to clarify things a little.
It went out on social media with those words. I didn't write that tweet. It said, Adrian Durham thinks Arsenal are to blame. Actually, never said that at all. And actually, in the piece, in the little clip, it says, Arsenal have every right to play the players as much as they want. They pay those players. But obviously, that got overlooked.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story, eh? Adrian does say his issue was the selection of 2 clearly unfit Arsenal players. A new 5-year contract for Dominic Szoboszlai at Liverpool. He says when he joined, he said he wanted to win everything with the club, and that has never changed. So far, in 3 seasons, he's picked up 1 Premier League trophy and an EFL Cup runners-up medal. Meanwhile, Jared Bowen staying at West Ham for the Championship season. He was the favourite to take the England Test coach job once Brendan McCullum quit, but it won't be Andy Flower. He has confirmed he has spoken with the ECB, but while it'd be a privilege to return to the role, he's comfortable with the 2 jobs he has at the moment, and so he'll stick with doing that. And let's head to Royal Birkdale in the Open Golf, and talkSPORT's Rupert Spell is watching for us.
Yeah, anyone can get to Lucas Herbert after his brilliant 62 this morning, record equalling round in an Open Championship. Also, Sam Burns hit that mark. Well, Herbert, the Australian, is at 8 under par of the afternoon starters. Well, Alex Fitzpatrick, as the wind freshens, is going along nicely. The brother of Matt, who's going to miss the cut, well, he's 3 under for his run through 4. Tommy Fleetwood, in the early stages of his round, well, he's at 2 under. He's picked up an early birdie. Also, though, in danger of missing the cut, along with Matt Fitzpatrick, are Justin Rose and Aaron Rai.
talkSPORT News.
Andy Burnham is promising the biggest changes to British politics for 40 years as he becomes Labour leader, and the mother of Henry Novak's killer has been jailed for taking the knife used from the crime scene. Sinead's back at past.
talkSPORT Weather, brought to you by Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
Showers easing this evening, though thickening cloud might bring some into the north and northeast late tonight. Overnight will be cooler than recently.
Hello, good afternoon. And for the last, oh no, you're listening to World Cup Drive. It's me, Andy Goldstein, the legend that is Darren Bent. We are live from Virgin Hotels here in New York City. It's our final show out here. But by jingo, have we got a final show for you today? We'll discuss Thomas Tuchel's DNA comments. Wasn't it his job to change the DNA? A couple of talkSPORT icons joined the show. We'll say hello to the Super Ali, McCoy Slaw. Woods will be here as well. AJ Tracy will be joining us for one last time here in America as he has his say on England's semi-final exit, and we'll pick out top 5 moments of Drive's World Cup. All that plus Benty picks his team of the tournament as we look ahead to Sunday's World Cup final. Good afternoon to all of you out there, not just in England but around the world, and it's lovely to see you, DB. I have dressed as American as possible for the final show. I've got my New York Yankee top on. I've got my Jimmy Fallon T-shirt on, which we'll talk about in just a moment. We saw Jimmy Fallon last night. I've even gone like college jeans.
No, you've got John's. Anyone who's listening, you've got John Cena jeans.
Okay, and I've gone, obviously, being in America, you've got to go Nikes. There you go, you can see. And I've gone a bit of Travis Scott. I mean, that's unbelievable. But yeah, I've gone proper all-out Yankee doodle dandy look.
Do any of them sponsor the show? These brands that you just...
Not yet. Just by the way, Travis Scott.
Shouting out.
Travis Scott, we're here for you. How are you, DB?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. All good. Obviously, it's the last day. Sad.
Sad, right?
Yesterday was incredible, though. When I think about yesterday and where it started for me, and you, down to that kitchen or that cafe you went to go to.
Yeah, not a cafe, but...
Me meeting Woody Harrelson. Then all of us going to Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
So yesterday from the show, we had about an hour. It was a tight schedule yesterday. Don't feel sorry for us.
I had to get a trim.
But Max... Oh, yeah, by the way, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Your trim is looking amazing.
Is it? Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's always a risk when you go to a hairdresser you're not familiar with, let alone another country. Sharp. You're looking good.
What's it called? I Googled it and thought I couldn't continue anymore.
Looks good, man. Looks good. I haven't taken that plunge. Look at the state of mind. But yeah, Max and I were desperate to go to Kat's Delicatessen, which is about 25 minutes in a cab. And that's the famous delicatessen from When Harry Met Sally, the yes scene. And we wanted to go. I was desperate to go. Max wanted to go as well. So we had about half hour to kill. We got there, and there's a big old queue as always. I looked at Max. I thought we're not going to get in. And then for some reason, the queue just went and everyone went in. And then we sat down on the table right next to where the scene was shot. So I was delighted about that.
Is that one of your favourite films or something?
Yeah, one of my favourite films of all time. Yeah, great film, Harry Met Sally. You seen it?
Who's that? Do you know what? This is a stupid question.
Good.
It's not Guttenberg, is it? Who's the main geezer?
Steve Guttenberg. No.
It's Tom Hanks.
No, it's Billy Crystal.
See that? You know what? I knew it wasn't
Steve Guttenberg.
No, but I knew it wasn't him. But I thought it was Billy Crystal.
Meg Ryan. Yeah. Billy Crystal, unbelievable movie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think I've maybe seen it once.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you because you've been going on about that the whole trip.
Yeah, so we went there, and then we came back. We had about 20 minutes to shower and change, not together. That's weird.
Yeah.
And then we went to see Jimmy Fallon last night. Got the T-shirt. I have to say, a friend of mine knows the producer of Jimmy Fallon, so looked after us, and we had these wonderful seats. And then afterwards, we stayed behind. Sadly, we didn't get to see Jimmy Fallon, but we were all chatting to the young lady who looked after us. And then I went, any chance we can go on the set? And she was like, yeah, house lights up. So everyone had gone. And we went down on the set, and we sat in chairs. It was just brilliant.
Do you know what the highlight was? I mean, listen, I love the Jimmy Fallon. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Obviously, being a big hip-hop head, the Roots, man. How excited did I get when I saw the Roots,
when
man?
you saw him.
Black Thought.
Oh, it was a great experience. In fact, one of the things Jimmy pointed out was the famous picture, the conspiracy theory behind the picture. I think we got the picture now. A lot of people are aware of it. If we've got it, can we put it up? Of Lionel Messi bathing Lamine Yamal. Have you seen this? This is a real picture. If you're watching now on YouTube, you'll see the picture. And Jimmy pointed out in yesterday's show that Messi, this is bizarre, we didn't know this, Messi was 19 in the photo during the 2007 shoot. Lamine Yamal is 19 now. Lamine Yamal wears the 19. Back then when the picture was taken, Messi wore the 19.
Yeah.
The photo was taken 19 years ago prior to Sunday's World Cup final. And Sunday's game is the 19th of July.
Yes, weird, bizarre.
How bizarre. Now,
who does that favour?
We did a bit of digging. Right? Now, Benny, you famously wore the number 39 shirt of Villa.
Yep.
And Fulham, right?
And famously is maybe a bit of a...
39 years ago, you won't remember that you and I had our picture taken. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll have a look. This is me and you from 39 years ago. How about that? That's a picture of me bathing Darren Bent.
It's cute, that.
In a very similar bathtub. If you're watching on YouTube,
I don't remember having a beard back
on radio.
I don't remember having a beard back then.
Yeah.
And I was, I mean...
I would say puberty dropped very early for you. You were about 2. But yeah, there's a picture of me bathing you 39 years ago. How weird's that?
Incredible, that. Absolutely incredible.
Do you remember it?
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I remember that picture like it was yesterday.
Right, there's only one place to start. Thomas Tuchel has backed himself following England's World Cup exit.
I think the players are owed an apology by the manager by the decisions that he made, because I think he let the players down.
Once it came to the crunch, he really let England down badly.
I think it's the best opportunity we've ever had to win the World Cup.
The whole point of Tuchel was it was meant to be different. Of all the ways to lose, we lost in the way that we always lose.
I think a lot of blame goes to Thomas Tuchel. Every game we've watched for England, I'm going, what's the plan?
Little dig at Gareth Southgate and his managing. Look at what you've done, 10 times worse.
To go out the way that we did again is cowardly.
Thomas Tuchel has told us that he's a fraud and a loser, and he's showed us that he's a coward.
We fell out of the World Cup in disgrace because of him. And it's the same old England, same old guff.
Same old guff. Right, let's continue looking back at England's World Cup exit, because Thomas Tuchel has defended, get that, he's defended his tactics, which have come in for so much criticism. He said, and I'm quoting here, "In this moment, my feeling was no structure in the world could have helped us, because actually we were too passive, we were not physical enough, we didn't stop runners arriving in our box, and deliveries were wrong too. It was never the plan, but it happened. I think the ball possession plays a crucial role. It's maybe not in our DNA like it is in in the Spanish DNA or in the Argentinian and Brazil DNA to take the ball and control the game with the ball."
What I say is about them quotes, right?
Yeah.
So I know you're going to ask me a question. Is Argentina's had more time to work with their squad. The guy's been in charge for, over 4 years now.
Yeah.
So is De La Fuente with Spain.
Yeah.
Obviously, the DNA is not Brazil, because they crashed out before we did. They got beat by Norway. So I don't think that did work for Brazil. But I understand it, because after every tournament, even when Gareth was in charge, when we went out of any tournament, World Cup, Euros, it was always the same noise. He's got to go. He's rubbish. He's got to go. At some point, you're going to have to give someone time, and I get it. Right now, everyone's running on emotion. Like, you're seeing somebody, I mean, some of it I don't buy into, by the way. Some of the screaming and shouting, I think you're doing that just for...
What about losing his job?
No, about just the whole concept, just for clicks and likes on social media. I don't believe all that rubbish. But I think for Thomas Tuchel, you've got to give him time. Like, you hired him for a reason. Now, I know potentially the FA panicked because they gave him a new contract because United will potentially sniff him. But if you want to get it right, what happens if you sack him now, you bring Eddie Howe in for the next Euros, and he flops? You sack him again? At some point, you're going to have to just go, do you know what? Like you do with Gareth.
I agree with everything you said. I think the big problem about the whole thing is we just saw a repeat of the problems we had under Southgate.
Yeah.
And we were led to believe that with a new manager, Thomas Tuchel, a ball winner, knows what it's like to win the Champions League, etc., with that person in charge, those mistakes wouldn't be made. And I think those mistakes are exactly what cost us.
Well, do you know what? I'm starting to think, you spoke about DNA there. I'm starting to think, is it the players? Because you got Gareth Southgate over here, and you've got Thomas Tuchel over here. And you've just said it yourself there, and I agree with you, is that you're seeing the same things from the same majority of the same players do the same thing under Thomas Tuchel.
But isn't it the manager's job to change it? That's why he's been brought in, to change the DNA.
Yeah, but the only thing I'd say is that, where I give Gareth Southgate a little bit of credit, is that I don't think at times I still think he tried to go for it and it just didn't work, whereas it looked actively like Thomas Tuchel was trying to hold on to what he had, and that's what's gone against him. But I'm still a believer in Thomas Tuchel. I still think he's the right man for the job, but you've got to give him time.
But I don't like the way he says your DNA, our DNA.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but he's talking fact.
But it's your job. That's why you're paid millions upon millions of pounds a year to change the problem we've got.
100%. But he could say about the DNA, because the amount since '66, Alf Ramsey, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't name every man. Bobby Robson. Every manager since then.
Is that the only one you could do?
No, Bobby Robson. Did I just say that?
Yeah.
Graham Taylor.
Yeah.
Terry Venables.
Yeah.
Capello. Sven. McLaren.
Yes.
Southgate, right? They've all had the...
Ron Greenwood.
82. Right? They've all had the same problem. None of them been able to get over the line.
No.
So to all of a sudden go crazy, and I get it, it's emotions. Once people settle down, they'll go, all right, let's just calm down a little bit. I know I blame him solely for that. For that changes in the way that England played, I blame him, because he made the substitutions. But you have to give him time. Give him another tournament.
Okay. We've got a real busy show coming up. We've got Laura Woods, Ali McCoy, AJ Tracy will be joining us. Is Alex Crook joining us today? Alex Crook as well. By the way, I have to say, Alex Crook has turned into some kind of celebrity out here now.
Has he?
We were coming out of a restaurant, I think yesterday, when we were in the deli, Cat's Deli, this English guy came up to me, Andy, can I have a picture? I was like, yeah. Picture? Listen, next question. Crook, where's Alex Crook? I was like, oh my.
Well,
honestly, he's loved now, Alex.
He's been a superstar.
He has.
I might put him in my team of the World Cup.
Yeah, maybe you should. We're going to pick our team later on. We've got our top 5 moments as well. We want to hear from you. What do you make of all things Thomas Tuchel criticising our DNA, his DNA, the makeup of the squad? 03717223334. Dial that number. You can have your say live on World Cup Drive. It's our last show of this year's World Cup. Make sure you're part of it. Pick up the phone. You could be next.
We've been talking all morning about Thomas Tuchel. We've been talking all week about him and the fact that he's questioned England's DNA, whatever that may be. He said, I think ball possession plays a crucial role. It's maybe not in our DNA as it is in the Spanish or Brazilian or Argentinian DNA. To take the ball and control the game and the ball, which is a big problem. What do you make of that, Ben?
Watching the Spain game the other night against France, that's how you keep the ball. And I think it comes down to bravery. We've got the players to do it, we've got the ability to do it, but it comes down to bravery. And I think once them England players put that shirt on, when it comes to the crunch moments, that's the bit that is lacking a little bit. We've definitely got the ability to do it. We've got the players to be able to do it. You watch Spain, and when they went 2-0 up, even when they were 1-0 up, they just kept doing it. You've got Fabian Ruiz and Rodri in the central midfield. At one point, they're playing two-touch over the French midfield. They're keeping the ball nice and calm. And I'm just thinking...
They had a good structure as well, though.
Really good structure, but they're drilled on it. And there's a lot of people saying, well, why can't we be drilled on it?
You've got to want the ball as well.
You've got to want it, but it's bravery, isn't it?
Is.
And bravery comes in a load of different forms.
People
think bravery might be a Dan Burn getting his head, and it is a form of bravery, but when it comes to the crunch moments, it's that calmness under pressure in the big calm moments where you've got to go, right, just woof, woof. And I think Argentina a bit, look at Messi, see how calm he is, and I think that filters through the team as well.
Yeah, he can carry you out of trouble, Messi, can't he? Give him the ball, he carries it up the pitch, he takes the pressure off. That's what we were lacking as well, just an individual who just could carry it up.
Oh, it'd be lovely if we had one of them. One or two of them at home, I think.
I think it's a bit unfair, he took Gordon off, and I think Gordon's grown into the tournament, I thought, because he had a lot going on at the beginning, which I spoke of, because with the move and all that sort of stuff, a lot to handle, if you like. But I think he's grown into it.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
So politicians, at this time, I think you better keep your distance.
Music Jack. Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein. Proper legend alongside me, Darren Bent. We're coming to you live from Virgin Hotels in New York City. Still to come, we'll be joined. Talking to legends, Ali McCoist and Laura Woods will be alongside us up here on the veranda. Just quickly, the FA, get this, the FA had a verbal agreement with Pep Guardiola to become England gaffer back in 2024 before he changed his mind and stayed with Man City.
It's just amazing. And this is more the noise I've heard on social media. People are going, Joe up, get an English manager in. Oh, Jesus. I'll get that in a minute. Get an English manager.
You should explain what that is if people are just
listening. A piece of paper with my team in the World Cup on it.
Just flew off the balcony, yeah.
I'll get that in a minute. Yeah, I've heard so many people going, we need an English manager, it's the only right thing to do. And then someone throws Pep's name in it and they're going, well, do you know what, actually? Maybe Pep's the answer. Well, Pep's not English. You said 5 seconds ago you want an English manager.
Yeah. Right, time now to hear some of your shared takes with Burger King.
Shared takes on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
Yes, we're taking your calls. What do you make of Tuchel's DNA comments? And what should he have done differently? An easy question to ask, a difficult one to answer. 03717223334, the number to dial. John has picked up the phone first. John, good afternoon to you. How you doing?
Good afternoon, boys. How are we?
We are very well, good. Thanks. A bit of a delay, so off you go. What point do you want to make, my friend?
I tend to agree with what Darren's saying here. We've had a gazillion amount of managers, and every time it boils down to the lads on the pitch. Now, I agree with him. He shouldn't have took his outball player off and everything else, but up to that last 30 minutes, his substitutions have been spot on. We'd all raved about it. Now, the one question I have is this, who told Harry Kane to go play at left back? Because that's where he was picking the ball up and punting it forward, and was he supposed to run 50 yards to pick it up on the other end? So is it a mentality thing that we drop back just to protect what we've got? Question.
Okay, John, thanks.
It's a really good question, John, and that's why I said that at the top of the show, is that Thomas Tuchel, with these substitutions, when he brought on the defenders, he's obviously actively trying to hang on to it. But before Thomas Tuchel even got the job, we saw Gareth do it. We criticised Gareth for his substitutions and the way we play. The classic example is that Euro final. We score after 40 seconds and then we retreat for the next 89 minutes. So I don't think you could just blame Thomas Tuchel for everything that's happened in the last, since 60 years. But at the same time, I understand people's frustration that he was brought in to do a job. And when you make those substitutions and you go that negative in terms of the tactics, you're going to come under fire.
John, thanks for your call. Let's go to line 2. Paul is up next, the Watford fan. Hi, Paul. How you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon, gents. Doing well. Just following up again, I agree with the last caller and also the comment that Darren made earlier about the DNA. And I think there is something lacking in the DNA when it comes to our players. My first recollection of a World Cup goes back to 78, but the one that really stands out for me when it comes to English players is Terry Butcher, and I think that was in the World Cup. Oh no, maybe it was a qualifier when he had blood coming from his head and they had a bandage around his head, but he carried on regardless. And similarly with John Terry, I know it wasn't in the World Cup, but his desire to win a game, even when there was blood coming through his socks. I think it was against Chelsea, but there was blood pouring through his socks. And the boys the other night, they didn't seem to have that killer instinct. They weren't being the killer instinct for themselves, for the team. And I mean, I don't want to pile on Jed Spence because he had a really good World Cup, but when that ball went across the box before the second goal, he stabbed it out towards the touchline, and I think Messi caught him on the foot, and he kind of went a little bit, my foot, without really thinking, you know what, let me close Messi down because that's where the danger is and worry about my foot after. And there's something in the DNA that doesn't really go for the jugular when we really need to. He's got a couple of minutes just to see the game out and worry about his foot, but we don't seem to have that killer like the Argentinians. When Messi got fouled, they all flocked to the referee, and we didn't have that same, it didn't feel like, I didn't see it, that same kind of, I don't know, that nastiness. It doesn't need to be nasty, but just show our arms that we're here to win. We're not here to be walked over. And I think we're lacking something in the players that we're not, that Argentina have, that maybe, I don't know. Argentina the one.
I hear what you're saying, Paul. Yeah,
he makes a good point.
He wants more blood, basically.
Right, that goal, right? And I get it. I don't know how injured Spence is, and to be fair, I've seen a still image of his ankle behind the back. leg.
Yeah.
His ankle's quite bent in
Yeah,
that.
I've seen it.
So you're like, well, maybe it's sore, but I think in that moment potentially, because it's not just him. There's two of them there, isn't there?
Yep.
I think at times you've got to get closer. But there's so the
But
problem you've got.
what happens is, so the ball goes, they hit the post.
Yep.
Ball sprays out.
Back to Messi.
And then it's going to Messi, and Jed Spence just gets his foot to it and pushes it out to the side.
Yeah.
And then it's Messi that runs to it, and Jed Spence just literally stays there.
But then there's two of them there, and
Yes.
neither of them really can engage the ball. And
Yeah.
I think in that moment there, I understand what Paul's saying there. You've got to go and shut him down. But the problem you've got again with Messi is that if I was trying to shut him down in that scenario, I'm showing him onto his left foot. I'm showing him onto his right foot because his left foot's a wand. But he goes down onto his right foot, and that's the problem you've got. You just don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah. Paul, thanks for that. Russell's up next, the West Ham fan. Hi, Russ.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Darren. Great show as always. Just my point really is at half time they interviewed the England assistant coach, and he was talking about the Premier League and using our strength and using our pace and our, all that type that comes from the Premier League. You can't have it both ways. If you're going to use the DNA from the Premier League, then use it. I think it comes from academies. I think it comes from the younger kids. If we want players who are comfortable on the ball, look at the bloke who just got to Man City for 110 million. It's all about that blood and thunder in the Premier League. So you either want ball players in the middle of the park, which you ain't going to get. So that's not a problem. But if you can't moan about our Premier League DNA and then turn around and say we haven't got the right DNA, because Tuchel was screaming at Jed Spence all the time to get up and down. And that last comment about Harry Kane playing at left back, well, I'm the manager. If I want Harry Kane up top, I'm going to scream at him and say, Harry, get up top, because Gareth Southgate couldn't do it. This other German geezer couldn't do it. You shout at Harry Kane and say, get up, I don't want you playing in left back. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say I want a Premier League, I want the pace and the strength, and then turn around and say it doesn't fit your side. So I'm with you, Andy. He's got to go, and he should have gone.
It's a really good call, but I've been in that scenario before, and do you know what the problem is? You almost feel like a spare part, right? So there's times where you think, I want to stay high, I want to be that out ball, but when you're standing up there, right, and they're just passing the ball behind you, and they're obviously creating the overloads, you automatically end up dropping. Because you're trying to be brave and you're going, no, I've got to stay high, so it gives you an outlet. But I promise you, Andy, you end up dropping 5 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards, and then you end up playing centre midfield as well, along with the other midfield players.
Yeah, he's right, though. The German geezer couldn't get us to do it either. If you've got a shared take of your own, you can voice note us, simply give us a call. 03717223344. That's all thanks to the wonderful people at Burger King.
Shared takes on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
Go on, tell them that stat you just
I'm just obviously going for my World Cup 11.
Yeah, you're doing that later on in the show.
Yeah, Messi's created. How many chances do you think he's created?
25.
I know you heard me. That's it. 25.
Insane. If you produce that many in every World Cup you played in, as in like if you played in 2 or 3 World Cups, and overall it was 25, that's insane.
That's insane. 25 this World Cup.
And they've not even played the final yet.
No.
I know where my money is. Right, when we come back, we'll be joined by talkSPORT superstars, Super Ali McCoy, Slaw Woods alongside as well. First, so it's time for a bit of no Googling. We want to know which player has been fouled the most times so far at this World Cup.
No, I'll be able to find it here for you.
Well, I've got it here. There's no point. I've got the answer here. The answer to that, we've got so many great guests. I mentioned AJ Tracy. Alex Cook will be on our show. Legends of talkSPORT, Ali McCoy, Slaw Woods with us right after this. See you in a second.
He has to go, mate.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Like, when we are paying £8 million for a foreign coach to come in and win us our first trophy since 1966, and that's what he does in a semi-final for an Argentinian side that were there for the taking, and to do what he did, 10 times worse than anything Southgate's ever done negatively. I'm sorry, he has to go, mate. Simple as that. The FA have to make a decision, and I just didn't like his interview, the arrogance of his interview. No regrets. Yes, you have got regrets, mate. You've got regrets. There was loads of trouble after the game across the country. Everyone was together. And that's on you, Thomas Tuchel. That's on you. The negativity, cowardly tactics. You can't blame the players. I'm hearing people say, Jeff, that, the players on the pitch have got to make decisions. There's some experience. No, you listen to your coach. Your coach tells you to play a certain formation. You listen to him.
Yeah.
He has to go. Simple as that. No foreign coach ever won the World Cup. Maybe for a reason. We've given it a go now again with a foreign coach, and that's what he's done.
I mean, Alan here has just tested the same sort of thing that you were saying. So Tuchel's shortcomings have been exposed. What about the players' shortcomings? Well, look, the players, we've got 6 defenders on. We've got 4 central defenders on at the end for the cross that Messi puts into Laura Martinez. So, yes, I get that. But ultimately, the can has to be carried by the coach, especially with the negativity. I mean, look, everybody said this, but the negative. Anthony Gordon is flying. We scored a brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. You'll have loved, the fact that Kane, Declan Rice, who's soon to come off as well, Morgan Rogers, and a lovely finish to Anthony Gordon. And Gordon's feeling 10 feet tall, so what do we do? Oh, we'll take him off.
We all know that in history, Pele's a GOAT. He's won the World Cup 3 times, the only man to have done so. But let me tell you about the one he didn't win, and that made him quit World Cups for good. Ahead of the 1966 World Cup in England, Brazil were favourites again. They won in both 58 and 62, meaning a historic three-peat was on. But their opponents all had plans to stop Pele. Bulgaria set a trend in the first group game. The instruction? Take Brazil's main man out of the game. Pele came away so battered and bruised he couldn't even take part in Brazil's next match against Hungary, which they lost. He returned for the next one against Portugal, but they channeled their inner Bulgaria. This is one of numerous brutal challenges throughout the 90s. Remember, this was pre-substitution, so Pele had to hobble on before being carried off at the end. It's even tough to look at now. Brazil lost and were out in the group stage. Speaking years later, Pele still had sore memories. At the time, he said he'd never play at the World Cup again. FIFA responded by introducing subs and red and yellow cards. Pele did come back in 1970 as part of the greatest team in World Cup history.
Welcome back to World Cup Drive, live on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. We're live from Virgin Hotels in New York. In just a moment, we will say hello to 2 superstars. But just quickly, the answer to the no Googling. First one of the day, which player has been fouled the most times so far this year's World Cup? Darren Bent, the answer is?
I'm going to go for Jeremy Doku.
Yes, because you cheated 18 times.
Sorry.
Still to come, Bent is going to give us his World Cup team of the tournament. But first, let's get an update from the second round of the Open at Royal Birkdale. Watching for talkSPORT, Rupert Bell.
Well, I'm not sure anyone's going to overtake Lucas Herbert, the Australian, who was just magnificent in some benign conditions earlier today with his spectacular 62. That score was matched by American Sam Burns, but he's finished at 5 under. Lucas Herbert at 8 under. What of the afternoon starters? Well, eyeballs on Alex Fitzpatrick, the younger brother of Matt. He's 3 under for his round and at 4 under par. Of course, Tommy Fleetwood has a huge gallery following him, and he's going along quite nicely. He's at 3 under for the championship after 4 holes. Scotty Scheffler is also going along nicely. He's just picked up a birdie at the 5th to get to 3 under. Meanwhile, Bryson DeChambeau dropped a shot at that hole, and he's back at 3 under as well. Other players, well, notably Rory McIlroy got himself into the mix after his 67 earlier today, but unlikely to be playing this weekend. 3 big English names: Matt Fitzpatrick, Justin Rose and Aaron Rime.
Thanks as always, Rupert. A reminder, there is live commentary of the Open right now over on talkSPORT 2. Now, some sad news reaching us here at talkSPORT. Legendary former West Indies all-rounder Sir Garfield Sobers has sadly died at the age of 89. Sobers is regarded one of the greatest cricketers of all time, playing 93 tests between 1954 and 1974, scoring 8,032 runs and taking 235 wickets. We'll have more on this very shortly with our cricket editor, John Norman. Right, let's move on with our show. We are delighted to be joined by not one, but 2 talkSPORT superstars. Former breakfast host Laura Woods is here, alongside commentator and, of course, current breakfast show host and superstar, Super Ali McCoist. Guys, how lovely to see you.
Good morning, boys. How are we?
Good, we are really good. We're very well. You both look fantastic.
What a time we've had. It's been brilliant, isn't it? We've been out here, what?
6 weeks?
Six weeks.
Wow.
I feel like we just relocated.
I know.
It's been amazing, hasn't it? It has been great, but yeah, hot. The mood has dropped a little bit in camp since England went home, apart from Ali's.
I bet your smile's gone up or not.
No,
Ali, let me ask you this question, right? A bit personal.
Yes.
How many pairs of pants did you bring with you?
Oh.
I've had to go pants shopping.
No. You've got to remember that. No, I was well stocked up, but somebody did my packing for me, Andy. Right? And
what do you mean, somebody? A random competition winner?
I've done my packing for me, right?
Right.
And the one thing she knows, pants and socks are priority.
Okay.
Probably in that order.
You bought like 40 pairs of pants out?
No, I've got about 9, 8 or 9.
I bought 12 pairs, and then you just keep sending them to the wash, and they come back.
Yeah, I don't do all that.
Normal, isn't it?
I just
That is
buy-
normal. Mine keeps shrinking.
I bought
No, we didn't.
I bought 12.
12? Do
Yeah.
you have travel wash or do you send it?
Yeah,
You do it
12.
yourself?
I just put them all in. So I can't be bothered with put them in a bag and hang. Are they? Yeah, so I just went out and bought some from Target. And by the way, don't buy your underwear from Target. They're not comfortable. Big labels. They're like, what? You've been here for 6 years. It's a long, long time. Right?
Brilliant, though.
Highs and lows. Woodsy, I'll start with you. Highs, because there must be quite a few for both of you, right? For so many reasons.
Do you know what? Honestly, like I think early on in the tournament, definitely some of the teams that we didn't expect to perform, like Cape Verde, was quite cool. England against Mexico was amazing. Even going back to England-Croatia, that was brilliant as well. Ali, just in general, hanging out with Ali, going to, where did we go the other day for? What was it in Dallas? So we went to
We had
Dallas.
a brilliant night in Dallas.
We went to Fort.
We went for.
What was it called?
I mean, the steaks and all that stuff, and then we
yeah.
bought the hats.
It was
and all the
Cowboy
denim
Town,
and all that.
basically.
It was Cowboy Town.
And you
Brilliant.
walk in and
How
it was like a movie set, and we were like, oh my god, we were waiting to see the cows, but the cows have all gone to bed. So we just went into this shop, and everyone bought about 3 or 4 different items to look like a cowboy or a cowgirl, and it was just great. And then we had dinner, and it was no more than that, but it was just amazing.
Not the answer you expected.
Well, no, just a great night in Dallas is a DVD I own. I just wondered. What about you? What are your highlights, Al?
I've got one above everything.
What was that? The other night, was
What,
it?
when England
Yeah,
lost?
other night, was
Yeah,
it?
apart from that.
What was it? Azteca Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Opening game. I swear to God, it's the best football stadium I have ever been in. There you are. Ever been in anywhere.
Better than Spurs?
Anywhere on the planet. I'm telling you, you walked in, right, and we were pitch side before the opening game, and boys, you could just smell it, man. It was just fantastic. Close your eyes, and you could see Revellino putting the ball across for Pele, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Just the history in the place. It was the biggest high for me by some stretch of
So you've both been travelling about quite a bit, Woodsy, right?
Do you know what? I haven't. I've been based in New York for the majority of it.
Oh, okay.
And then we went out to Dallas because we did the semi-final, France and Spain, which
Yeah.
was nuts. So that was my little trip. So actually, to be honest, I've been based in New York, which has been amazing. But I needed that just a little bit of a break to get out of New York and a change of scenery, and it was lovely. Yeah.
How many places have you been, Ali?
Oh, mate.
Where hasn't he been?
I've been. I first came in. I flew into Dallas.
You've lost track of where we are.
I flew into Dallas and then on to Mexico City. And by the way, I've got off my first flight. I've got off my flight to Dallas, Benty, and I've left my iPad, my book with all my notes in it, and my signed autobiography, Bradley Wiggins, with 2 chapters to go. Devastated, Bradley, if you're listening.
He wins. I don't want to spoil it.
If Bradley's listening, I need to get another.
It's gone.
Oh, yeah, but I got my iPad back. Believe it or not, I got my iPad back. I went to Mexico City, come back up to Dallas. I walked into the lost property at Dallas Airport, and my iPad was there.
No.
What's the chances?
Hey, speaking of Dallas.
Hold on. That's, by the way, that's Alex Crook in the background.
I love that shirt.
Which is the best place for him.
By the way, he has
so
turned into a
good.
superstar out here. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No way.
Wherever we go, we're like, hello, and they go, yeah, move out of the way. Where's Crookie? I swear to you, Crookie.
I love him.
At the moment.
Americans.
Yeah.
So getting back, Dallas, Mexico City, flew back into another game in Dallas, went up to Toronto, down to Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Atlanta,
God.
Miami.
All business? Yeah? Okay.
You know what
Is there any other way?
left only, Mr. McCoy.
He's had the company of John Champion, who I happen to think is the
Oh,
nicest person in the world. So
he
that's
is.
a good old trip, isn't
It's a
it?
good balance. I know what
Yeah.
you're saying. It was a.
Do you know, actually, can I say one of the highlights of my trip? So where we are all in the same hotel in Brooklyn, I came down for breakfast one morning and I got out of the lift and Zidane was stood there.
Oh, my goodness.
And then I couldn't I froze. I didn't want to be like, can I have a bite? I couldn't do it. And went and sat for breakfast and you've got like Roy Keane, Duncan Ferguson. This was before you got there. That would have made my day.
Yeah.
Gary Neville, Gary Neville, Ian Wright. And you're just sitting there looking around and Joby McAnuff and we're like, wow, what a breakfast. And you're literally just chatting about just nonsense, really,
Yeah,
with these people. It was so much
It is
fun.
bizarre world we're living in at the moment, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot getting used to going back home, right?
Yeah.
Because you'll go back home and do you want to come
There
say,
better be a
hey,
come
let's
down.
have some
I know.
soda.
There'll definitely be a come down.
That's how they talk out here. Hey,
Me neither.
hey, let's have some. I went into a coffee shop this morning. I went in, and I said, "Can I have a coffee?" And she went like, "Ice latte." And I went, "What?" And I went, "Is that what everyone drinks?" She went, "Yeah, everyone. When you walk to work, no one has a hot coffee." So I was like, "Yeah."
But you're right. It's going to be different when you get back home. It's going to be
I know.
completely different.
I know.
When are you guys back home?
We go tonight.
You back tonight?
Yeah. They said, "Do you want to stay out for the third and fourth playoff?" And I was like, "Does anyone?
Does anyone
want to stay for that?" It's a pointless game, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know he'll play Kobe Manu. You know that.
Yeah, I know that.
Just to annoy everybody.
I think they should rotate a little bit, though. I just think I know there's a little bit of pride in this, and that you want to go and try and win. But honestly,
just please.
Pointless game. How would you feel, Ali, if you just lost in the semi-finals of the World Cup and they go, "You got one more game"?
No, it's a nightmare. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
That's why I think you should just play the other team. I really do. I mean, the greatest respect. Does it matter whether you finish third or fourth?
No.
I would suggest not.
Can I just say something else that annoys me? I thought this was a joke. Have you seen the World Cup rings?
No. What do you get if you win it, like in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, you're now today, as of whenever it was. There's news articles today where saying that the winner of the World Cup will get a World Cup ring, and I can't
That's
have
so
it.
American, isn't it?
I'm fed up. I think I've had too much of America now. I think I'm over America. I'm over it, but I'm over the. You can't have rings for a World Cup, can you?
Or not instead of medals. Don't
well,
say
this
that.
is what we don't know. Viv asked me that, and actually, I don't know what the answer is.
Oh,
Can someone just double
don't
check?
ask our lot.
They still get a medal. These guys are like, what? Is there a World Cup on? They must still get the medal.
Do you know what I just got from my producer? Just the word yes. I don't know what that
do.
means. Yes to what?
Yeah.
Do they still get a medal, Joe? He doesn't know. There you go. I told you. He doesn't know what. He thinks we're at the Euros.
Ali, I've got to ask you though, the other night, England, obviously Thomas Tuchel been absolutely battered from pillar to post. What did you make of it?
I was flabbergasted. I was staggered at the substitutions. I was watching the game. There's 4 of us watching it. Patrick Vieira, Gary Lineker, myself, Joe Cole, right?
Start bench still one of them.
There you are. And do you know what I said, Benty? I promise you, and we're all great after the event, but during the game, might be controversial, I'd have taken Harry off, right?
Yeah.
I'd have taken Harry off and I'd have put either Rashford or Watkins or somebody with a pace up top.
Yeah.
As soon as you bring on two centre-backs, you're asking people to attack you, right? I get that. Now, when your man gets sent off, was it Conza gets sent off against Mexico? Different, right? Because you're down to 10 men. Completely different, I get that. But, I mean, you're defending 20... It wasn't even 30 yards. You were defending 25 yards for your own goal.
But, Ali, don't you think it's nuts? You know that. Woodsy knows it. Benny knows it. I know. They all know it. Everyone watching knows it, apart from one man on the planet doesn't realise that. Don't you think that's insane?
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I was so surprised. But I'm thinking to myself, he obviously thinks he got away with it against Mexico, and was it Norway?
And Norway, yeah.
Norway as well. But you're talking about Messi. You're talking about the best players.
Yeah.
Maybe that's ever played the game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at Argentina, and the one thing I don't think they're particularly great in the forward line is I don't think they've got a lot of pace in behind. So logic would tell you, keep them as far away from your goal as humanly possible, and nobody's going to threaten you over the top. I mean...
Let's carry this on in just a moment. We got you for another 4 hours, is that right? Is that all right?
Okay.
Can I just say, Woodsy, you've been working in telly way too long, because without even realising it, you just pushed your ear like you got an earpiece in.
No.
You don't even have one in. I was thinking... You haven't got one in. More from the superstars, Ali McCoy in Norwoods, Benty, of course, and myself right after this. See.
I wonder whether he went back, muscle memory, whether he's gone back to what happened against Mexico, where we dealt with five at the back and they threw things at... But this ain't Mexico.
There's 20 minutes left.
It's
20 minutes of normal time, Jace.
It's more than that.
And we had a man sent off against Mexico. You could almost accept it.
I know.
You're playing against Argentina.
Yeah.
You can't sit off for 25 minutes against Argentina. He absolutely bottled it. Thomas Tuchel's cost us the World Cup. He cost us the World Cup. We're 1-0 up. Played well first half. All right, cagey affair. We go 1-0 up. Be brave. Be brave, Thomas. This is what we brought you in for. We brought you in for this moment. We got rid of Southgate because he bottled it, because he weren't brave. We brought you in for now to make that decision. We're 1-0 up in a World Cup semi-final. Bring on Rashford. Bring on Saka. And if they score, they score. But at least we're going to go down fighting. At least we're going to go down with some pride. We fell out of the World Cup in disgrace because of him. Because of him. And we brought him in for this job. This is what we brought him in for, to get us over this line. And it's the same old England, same old crap, same old guff that I have to watch every tournament that we're in. And it's the manager's tucked us up again. Tucked us up. We're dead on our feet. Got Morgan Rogers playing right wing, Jude Bellingham on the left. Brings on Nico O'Reilly. We can't get out. Harry Kane's done nothing. He's dead. Nothing. Got nothing left.
I don't.
I can't believe it, Jace.
Well, no.
Jace, I can't believe it.
No,
it's a disgrace. He should be sacked. Get him out. Gone.
I totally agree. I can't believe that we've moved on from Southgate, and it was, if you look back over how we've limped out of World Cup or Euros, whatever, it was literally rinse and repeat. It's the same reasons.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
can see your body moving, and it's driving me crazy. And I didn't have the slightest idea until I saw you.
Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. How about this for a line-up? Me, Andy Goldstein, forget that. I've got legends Darren Bent, Laura Woods and Ali McCoy still alongside me in the sun. We're coming to you live from Virgin Hotels in New York. Still to come, Bentley's going to give us his World Cup team of the tournament. But before we move on, we were going to play some Wycliffe Jean. I think it's how you pronounce it.
John.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. But we can't because it contains a lot of dirty words. But there's a link from him to you. Is that right, Woods? He was on your show.
Yeah, he came on our show. It was funny. He came on our show. He's from Haiti, so he was talking about Haiti. It was just after Haiti had played Scotland. And he and he had a little chat in like what we call like the soft set, where it's like a bit more fun. And then he came over to our set in the break, and he sat down on the edge of Karen Carney's chair, and I said, "Oh, Duncan's Scottish," and he was like, "Oh, that's okay." Like went to shake his hand, and then pulled his hand away from Duncan and went, "Psych." And we were like, whoa. We were like,
oh my goodness, you
be
don't
a
do
little
that
bit
to
careful what you're treading here.
Did he take it okay though?
He did. He took it very well. I said, look, we'll explain to Wycliffe who Duncan is in the break, and Duncan went, and vice versa. It was just funny. It was funny. I was actually Duncan was my neighbour for like the first however 4 weeks that he was out there, and he doesn't know this, but I could hear him through the wall. And
doing what? Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
Doing what?
No, and I heard him through the wall. Scotland's last game, was it Brazil? And oh my God, and he nearly came through the wall because he was watching. I could hear him watching Scotland on the telly.
A bit worrying, those walls are that thin, right?
We could have done one.
Thin though, aren't they? In our hotel, oh my God.
Yeah.
He was honestly, he was the best. Like I loved working with him.
I've got a problem with the noise in our hotel because when I'm bowling in the bowling lane of mine, I can't hear the jacuzzi filling up, which is a real problem.
We've just about got a wardrobe.
Yeah, in the first hotel, we didn't even have a wardrobe.
You're not sharing, are you?
Almost. Almost. We walked into the hotel first time we were in New York, and Bentley phones me. Are you in the room? And I went, yeah. He goes, I can't find the wardrobe, and I was like, there isn't a wardrobe. It's just four hangers.
Andy, you seen my hotel in Mexico City? The first thing I looked for was a wardrobe to put up against the door. Honestly, man, I was terrified, man. You want to see this place, man?
Right, we've only got you for about another 6 or 7 minutes. Yep. I know that you and I want to talk about Thomas Tuchel.
Yes.
He's paid an extortionate amount of money.
Yes.
And he's been talking about England's, our DNA not being right. I think my question to you is he not paid, what, 8, 9, 10 million pound a year? Is he not been brought in? We know there's a problem. That's why he's been brought in, right?
Yes, you're right, 100%. A, first thing, I wouldn't get rid of him. B, I find some of his... I thought some of his decisions were totally wrong. There's no other way to put it. I've even been really, really surprised at some of his quotes.
Yeah, after the event.
After the event.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's been any... I don't know, I'm not saying humility is the right word or humble pie, but there's something that should be saying, okay, maybe I got it wrong or I got it wrong. But, right, he's not going down that road for whatever reason, right? So I don't necessarily agree with him there either. But I said to Woodsy on the way over, he's a clever man. I think he's a very good coach that just made a mess of it for that particular game. I think Thomas Tuchel, rightly or wrongly, will probably have learned more about himself this tournament than anything else.
And international football.
Yeah.
Because, listen, he's been so successful at club level, but there is a big gap between international football and club level. When you get to work with players day in, day out, as opposed to seeing them, 4 times a year maybe?
Yeah.
Woodsy, those substitutions, or that one, taking Gordon off and bringing a substitute on, I said to Bentley about it afterwards, he was like, we panicked, which I find amazing, the fact that he's...
Well, Thomas panicked.
He's got... he's been there, done it since. He's won the Champions League, right? He's got all this experience.
Yeah.
Why is he panicking? Do you think it was panic, or do you genuinely think he thought that was the best game plan?
I actually think that probably was. He, in his own interviews afterwards, he said, I take responsibility, and he said he wanted to find a way to stop the crosses, right? But it ended up inviting a little bit more pressure onto it. So I don't know. I think in the moment he obviously thought that was the right thing to do, otherwise he wouldn't do it. And it was the wrong decision in hindsight. But I also think Argentina find ways to win, whoever they're playing against. Yeah. And genuinely, I'm devastated about it. Like, the mood is horrendous where we are now, and we would have wanted nothing more to get to the final. But I do, apart from that, when I say we, I mean Ali, the English people on the team.
Did you cheer when it, honestly, hand on heart, when the winning goal went in?
A cheer?
Yeah.
No, not at all. No.
Go on, what did you do?
No.
Fireworks?
No, not at all. I never moved. I never moved with any goal. I wasn't in any way, honestly.
Did you want England to win, Ali?
I wouldn't say that. But I'll be brutally honest with you.
Yeah.
I didn't want Argentina to win, and I certainly don't want them to win the final.
Because
you
of
were
that?
neutral.
No, just for the word go. And people go to me, that should be the goal, that's part of the game. No, it's not. It's not part of the game, the way they play, intimidating people and being aggressive.
Do you think there's a bias towards the big countries, Argentina?
You mean with
results, decisions going their way?
Some of the decisions
refereeing
have been unbelievable.
The Messi tackle.
Correct.
First game?
The early one.
Yeah.
And
But
Balogun gets sent off, which is less. That's what I did look at it and go,
100%.
There have been some wild decisions in this World Cup, really, haven't there?
See, one thing I want to say as well, though. See the difference when England were hanging on 1-0 and he brings the defenders on and they sit back and defend. See the difference when Argentina were not hanging on to 2-1. They were pressing England on the halfway line, 40 yards for their own goal, 50 yards for their own goal, and pressing and pressing and pressing, but rather than sitting back inviting balls into the box.
And do you know what they did then? With them pressing, they didn't allow them, because if you remember the last, say, 4 or 5 minutes of the game, every long ball that Jordan Pickford hit was poor because they were pressing him. He couldn't take his time and pick someone out. It was too straight.
Darren, don't you think, like, this might not be a popular thing to say, but I feel like the semi-finals is our level.
Yeah.
Because I don't think if we'd have played against a France or a Spain, we would have won that game. I don't think we deserved the performances that we've seen throughout this World Cup.
Agreed.
They haven't set the world on fire. Spain and France were the best two teams in the tournament, and one of them knocked the other one out, and that was it. Argentina have the know-how of going on, seeing out games when it's ugly, and winning a World Cup. They know how to win a World Cup.
I couldn't believe Spain's level of performance against France.
Me neither.
I couldn't believe it.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's not a shock, guys. The result of Spain winning. What was a shock for me, a real shock, was the total domination of the game.
Didn't let them play at all,
Didn't let them play at all.
They're brilliant. You've both been wonderful. Before I let you go, quick prediction for the final on Sunday. Woodsy, what will the score be?
I think Spain are going to win it. I hope Spain are going to win it.
I'm praying.
2-1 Spain.
2-1, what do you think?
3-0 Spain.
3-0,
Wow.
okay.
I fancy Spain strongly.
It's been great seeing you. You both look fantastic. How long have you got left?
I'm about halfway.
Okay.
About
Rumour
halfway.
has it whoever scores the winner, you're going to. That could be called Lamine.
If it had been England, then I would have called it Dan Burn.
Bernie, little Bernie coming out.
And by the way, I've been out here that long, it looks as though I'm only a month behind.
So you've lost it. I was going to say you lost it. I've put about half a stone out here.
Oh, my.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It's
frightening. It's frightening. Thank you both.
Thank
Great to see you, boys.
Third place in the final.
Safe journey
A
back.
round of applause for the superstars, Ali McCoy and Laura Woods. The big names continue right after this. Only 1 hour done. This is World Cup Drive. We are live from New York City. We'll see you after this.
Now we get the inevitable fallout after a World Cup, and there are reports that one or two of the England players were very surprised that we went ultra defensive in that closing stage of the game. And we were saying earlier on to Stan Collymore that there's a lot of making up to be done by Thomas Tuchel. A lot of people now would have lost trust and belief maybe in his methods, and that would include fans, it would include media, and he's going to have a very prickly time with the media, I guess, over the next 2 years, and maybe some of the players as well, Adrian.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think he's it's a big moment in his England career. Everything had been okay and judgment had been on hold, but judgment was always going to come with what happened at this World Cup, because it was brought in to win the World Cup. And there's no shame in losing to the reigning champions. Argentina have still got a player like Messi, who is the best we'll ever see in our lifetime, but it's the manner in which you lose that game, and that manner was not acceptable. Since then, he's come out and basically said, oh, it's the player's fault, not mine. That's how it could be interpreted, and I think that's not going to go down very well. Certainly doesn't go down well with me, because he's been in the job long enough now, and he should have studied it in the remember the 6 months he had off before taking the job. Well, in that time, he should have studied the England DNA. We all know about the England DNA.
Yeah.
Your job, mate, is to come in and change that DNA. And if you can't do it, then off you pop, you know, because you're not welcome. You've got nothing to offer us if you can't change that DNA. And actually, the last couple of games, Norway and Mexico, he's been adhering to that DNA, playing up to that DNA. So if he needed something different, he should have already done something about it in meeting rooms, classrooms, on a training pitch. He's had enough time at this World Cup to really work hard with these players.
If there's one thing Brazil loves more than samba and sunshine, it's football, or as they call it, futebol. And trust me, this love story goes way back. It all started in 1884, when a young Brazilian named Charles Miller returned from England aged 21, carrying a pair of footballs and a Hampshire FA rulebook. He was basically the original influencer, bringing back trends from abroad. And just like that one mate who insists you have to try their new obsession, Miller convinced everyone to give this little English sport a go. Spoiler alert, it caught on. The entire nation fell head over boots for the game. And fast forward a few decades, it was time for Brazil to start playing in the World Cup. Then came 1958, the year a 17-year-old kid named Pelé showed up and said, "Don't worry, I got this." Brazil won its first World Cup and respectively put down its mark on the global football stage. From there, Brazil kept adding stars to the jersey. 1958, 1962, 1970, 1994, 2002, making it the only country with 5 World Cup titles and the only country to participate in every tournament. Not that they like to brag or anything. Okay, maybe a little. And the style? Pure magic. Jogo bonito, the beautiful game. It became Brazil's signature. Think dazzling footwork, joyful play, and the occasional move that makes you wonder if gravity just took the day off. Today, football isn't just a sport in Brazil. It's part of the national identity. From street games played with anything even slightly round to packed stadiums exploding with colour and noise, Brazil lives and breathes football. So, the next time you see that iconic yellow jersey, just remember, it all started with one guy, 2 footballs, and a nation ready to fall in love.
Welcome back to World Cup Game Day live on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent alongside Sylvia Campbell. Oh, we'll be discussing Jarrod Bowen's decision to stay at West Ham. The amount of tweets and I thought he said he's going to Villa.
Yeah.
At the time, I was told he was.
Honestly, the amount of people.
Honestly, things change in the world, everyone.
The amount of people that messaged me, and I forgot about that at the top.
I tell you what, you lot. Next time I hear something, I'm not going to tell you.
No, but don't.
I'm not going to tell you.
No. The amount of people.
I've been right a lot of time. Going to Villa. He's changed his mind.
You said it with your chest as well. You went, this is what you did.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm about to do Andy Goldstein now. He went. breaking news. I've got it for you. I'm telling you, 100%.
Right.
He's getting a feel like it's no.
Right.
Joe, he went. It's done. He said, "It's done." Okay, Ren, yeah. That's what he tried to say, everyone. Right, you can do this.
At the time it was done. But do you know what? I'll keep it to myself now.
It can't be done.
No, fine. Forget it. Forget it, you lot. I'll keep it to myself. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'll keep it to myself. And when it happens, I'll go...
Joe, there are people that are so high up, right, that messaged me when you broke that news and said, "Where's he heard that from?" And this is wrong.
I'll tell you what, I got a DM from Ornstein, right?
Yeah.
Right, superstar. After we lost in the semi-final.
Yeah.
After we lost.
Yeah.
And he replied to me saying it's coming home, and he went, "That went well." And I went, "Oh, we can all tweet and text after the result."
Are you having a proper Ornstein?
No, I mean, he's
Yeah,
the governor.
exactly.
He's the governor.
He's
Yeah, I
relaxed,
know. I know that. I'm just
so funny.
Just saying.
I forgot at the top about that. The amount of people that have messaged me, I forgot.
Keep my mouth shut now.
Joe, it's done.
You'll be done in a minute. Right, let's round up all the latest World Cup action on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Daily Tournament Roundup on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Here's Kylian Mbappe! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes!
Ball in towards Kane. Kane on the turn! Oh, what a goal!
To Erling Haaland, left-footed shot! He's picked up the corner! Erling Haaland, you beauty!
Spilled by the goalkeeper and bundled in. England lead. It is Jude Bellingham again.
Here goes Oyarzabal, and he finds the corner with a wonderful penalty. Spain's man for the big moment. Coming in the shooting, Messi! It is in! It is 2-2! It is Messi!
Yeah, it's been a World Cup for the big names, the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, Jude Bellingham making up top scorers chart. So ahead of the final, live on talkSPORT on Sunday. Of course, a massive third place playoff tomorrow. No one cares about that. We thought we'd ask Darren Bent to put together his team of the tournament. Darren Bent, alongside me. You've done your 1 to 11?
Joe, I have done my 1 to 11, right?
Easy or difficult?
Joe, it's difficult to a point, right? But also as well, it could quite easily be so, and it is, Spain heavy, because they've been outstanding, right? So in goal, now, like Unai Simon, who's the Spain goalkeeper, I wanted to put him in. He's conceded 1 goal. That's it.
Right, but you haven't put him in?
No, because I think sometimes you've got to mix up. I think Vosinha from Cape Verde deserves a lot. He's been brilliant.
Sorry, okay. When it's team of the tournament, usually it's who's played the best throughout a tournament.
Yeah, but
not just who you've gone, well played.
No, but the reason why I put Vosinha in because Unai Simon is playing against is playing behind the stingiest back four at the tournament.
Yeah.
They just don't give up chances. Whereas Vosinha was playing Cape Verde coming into this tournament. Everyone thought they were going to be the whooping boys.
Yes, okay.
So I've gone, Vosinha in goal.
Okay, and he did. As goalkeepers go, he probably personally had the best tournament.
He's been brilliant.
Yeah,
Absolutely
okay.
brilliant.
I can't argue with that.
Right back, someone who's put a performance in the tournament. I didn't think he had it in him. Pedro Porro has been absolutely.
Spurs fans will be stunned by that. Not now though, because they would have watched him perform.
Yeah, but his performances this tournament, when he started the tournament, I was a bit like, is he the right man really? He has been absolutely outstanding for Spain.
Yeah.
He scored a great goal against France as well. But what's impressed me the most about him is he's getting close to people, he's getting tight to people, he can play, he's comfortable in possession. And sometimes when you play with better players, and this is no disrespect to Spurs, when you play with players that are a level above, you raise your oil that game, and that's what Pedro Porro has done. So I'm putting him at right back.
Okay. Good team, by the way. Good team.
Yeah. Left back, Cucurella, Spain.
Has to be.
Been absolutely incredible.
Chelsea fans will be devastated he's gone now, aren't they?
Do you know what? I don't know if they will be because he was so active about wanting to go to Real Madrid and wanting to leave. I think Chelsea fans in the end were a little bit like, well, go then.
I know, but he's been brilliant this tournament.
He has been brilliant this tournament, but I think I never understand a club that wants to keep a player that doesn't want to be there because you'll never get that player back.
Yeah.
Centre half, I've gone Laporte, Spain. Again, my two centre halves are Laporte and Kubasi.
Yeah,
both Spain. Now Kubasi, unbelievable for Barcelona this season.
You said that every time we watch.
He has been incredible. But so I've gone Spain back four.
Okay.
Right. Holding midfield, Rodri. Spain.
There's a theme.
Yeah, Spain. He has been back to his best.
Yeah, question marks about whether or not he's still got it after that injury.
He's been back to his best.
He has.
Absolutely. The way he moved, kept possession, and his role in that game against France, I thought he was probably the best player on the pitch.
Well, we've talked about that position dictating how the speed of the game, right? We've talked about how important we saw it in that game.
I've heard some people try to put Elliot Anderson and the same bracket as that.
Is it Joe, producer Joe?
No, no, it wasn't producer Joe.
Who was it? Was it Cookie?
The amount of people.
I mean, I've not heard anyone say that. That's insane.
I did a piece before talking about the price tag for Elliot Anderson. Have a look at the comments. You'll see it for yourself. Some people in there were trying to say put him on the same influence as Rodri.
When? Before the tournament started?
Before the tournament started. Even before the tournament started,
But
it's
that's
ridiculous.
still insane, yeah. One fella's won the Ballon d'Or.
Exactly. So Rodri, I've got to put him in there. I know it's a tough one, but Enzo Fernandez, man. He's been brilliant.
I think it surprised a lot of people, right?
Yeah. Chelsea fans again. He's been
I don't
brilliant.
think they've seen that, or the performance we've seen him produce in the World Cup. I don't think Chelsea fans have seen that at all.
No.
To that level.
I think he's had moments, but you've got to give credit where
Consistency,
credit's due.
Yeah.
He has been incredible this tournament. A couple of goals as well. The energy, the high press, getting on the ball, making things happen. I've got Enzo Fernandez.
Okay.
In the 10, the best player on the planet still. Lionel
Right,
Messi.
isn't it? Front.
8 goals, golden boot in a minute. 25 chances created. Let that sink in.
That's in this World Cup.
Yeah.
Just this World Cup.
Just this World Cup. 8 big chances created.
You don't want them to win the World Cup, do you? Is there a part of you that wants... I love history being made.
Yeah.
And I know you can argue whoever wins the World Cup's history. But what I mean by that is
In winning 2.
History that would never be recreated, or very, very rarely, right?
That's
2 on the bounce.
That's where I'm torn, because I want Spain to win, but I want Messi to win 2 on the bounce. And I can't have it both ways. Because for football and how great he is, even though I think it cemented it when he won the last World Cup,
I agree.
If he was to go back to back,
do you think that puts it to bed?
I think it puts it to bed.
I know it. We think it does with 1, but 2 is like the argument over.
Well, I think the one that he won previously puts to bed the argument him and Ronaldo.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, but if he goes back to back, it puts the argument him and Maradona to bed, because there's still some Argentina fans out there that will say Maradona is better.
Yeah.
If he goes back to back,
yeah,
I think that settles that debate.
Yeah. Okay.
So Messi's in the 10.
Can I ask, when you, this is a long way away, but when you talk about who the greatest ever is, obviously Pele's name comes up, right? If he were to win 3 back-to-back, which Pele never did, although Pele won 3, is that the end of all discussions about Messi being the greatest ever?
Yeah, I think so. You'll still find Ronaldo fans out there that will go, "Are you crazy?"
No,
Piers Morgan would still say Ronaldo's better.
If Messi wins 2 back-to-back, I think even Piers Morgan will have to hold his hands up.
Piers' argument will still be, if there was a rainy game at Stoke on a Tuesday night, couldn't Messi show up? Because I hear him say that about Ronaldo all the time.
I don't think Ronaldo would show up actually in that game.
He did.
Yeah, come on,
he did.
Let's not add fuel to a ridiculous fire.
But so on the right-hand side, I've got Michael Olise. No, he had 1 bad game against Spain. Before that, he was incredible.
Well, we talk about we need big players to step up in big games. That was a big game. He didn't step up.
Yeah, but for the tournament, remember, this is the team of the tournament, not team of the 1 game.
Some people suggesting he's been the best French player.
There you go. So I think.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I don't think he has been.
Okay.
But I've got Olise on the right.
All right.
On the left, I've got Mbappe.
Okay.
He has been up until the semi-final.
Up until the semi-final.
Frightening.
Yeah.
And he's taken a lot of flack, a lot of heat. I think it's a little bit unjustified, because it's almost like they were waiting for him to fail.
Yeah.
1 game, and there was a pile-on.
I think you realise how great a player is when we're having conversations about is he better than R9.
Yeah.
Even if the answer's no, he's in that conversation. That tells you just how.
Well, I saw something this morning about him and Thierry.
Yeah.
So.
Which is better?
No, we're not going down that road.
Okay.
Right, so Mbappe on the left.
Didn't we have that conversation about 6 months ago here?
Oh yeah. Down the middle. Could have been Kane. I've gone Erling Haaland.
I don't think it could have been Kane.
But the reason why I've gone Erling Haaland, other than the England game, he scored in every game in this World Cup, right? He dragged Norway to that.
Yeah.
Norway, no disrespect to Norway, but a lot of people would have said they had no right getting that far as they got, and Haaland was a key component of that. So I've got Haaland down the middle.
No Jude Bellingham?
Okay, no argument, but instead of Messi as a 10?
No. Enzo
Fernandez?
Producer Joe say no. I think we have to admire what Jude Bellingham has done. 6 goals.
Jude's been brilliant.
I mean, we talk about other players dragging their country through it. He's been exceptional.
He has, and I was close to putting him in, but I think Enzo Fernandez, what he did in a semi-final against England.
I know, but Jude's done it for the tournament, apart from the semi-final.
Yes, listen,
okay, it's flipping.
I've got no argument if you put in Jude in there.
Yeah, okay.
He has to be in there.
Go through your team one more time.
So I've got Vecina in goal, Cape Verde. I've got a Spanish back 4, Pedro Porro, Kubasi, Laporte, Cucurella. I've got Rodri holding in midfield. And by the way, I could have put Fabian Ruiz in from Spain.
No, Rodri's the right one.
Yeah, no, instead of Enzo Fernandez.
No, but... Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, but I've got Enzo Fernandez, Messi in the 10, Olise, Haaland, Mbappe.
Yeah. Good, I like that. Good work. Well done, son. It's maybe what you can do in that break. That was a roundup of all the really latest World Cup action on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
We're here for it.
No, they're here. Not we're. They're here for it.
Daily Tournament Roundup on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
Still to come on our show, AJ Tracy's round there somewhere, Alex Crook is round there somewhere. I think they're talking to each other. Another big name guest. It's our last show of the World Cup. But fear not, loads more big name guests coming up right after this. See you in a second. Up until 72 minutes, we were going to get into the World Cup. Oh, we weren't crap.
The goal was a wonderful ball from Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
But I'm asking you to put your playing hat on now.
Yeah.
You're Argentina. Is that a good goal, or has they switched up at the back post?
That's a bad goal. You switched off. The right back, or was it the right back? Doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't even react.
Why does that need to criticise a bad goal for England? It was a great goal. We went 1-0 up. It's a great cross.
It was a great
Why
cross.
can't you argue that Gordon lost his man to score the goal?
Because the geezer doesn't even see him.
Well,
he doesn't go
there
like.
must be a reason for that.
He doesn't run and go boom boom. He just runs and the guy's like, oh my man.
Troy, you can't criticise a goal that we.
I'm not criticising it. I'm saying we didn't play well. We had 5 shots in the whole game.
Yeah.
They had 5 on target. Remember, they don't call the 2 that hit the post on target.
Yeah, but
so they had the same amount of shots.
But man for man, they're better than us. But
no, they're not.
Well, they are.
No, they're not.
Not man for man, they're not.
Man for man, they're better than us.
Well, last night they were.
Yeah, but still, I think maybe you maybe at a stretch, maybe 3 of their players maybe gets into the England.
Exactly. And they're not man for man better than us. But what they can do better, and this is why I thought Messi's greatness yesterday really showed.
Yeah.
Because you know when they were 1-0 down, there was 40 minutes left, he went, give me the ball. He lost it a few times, give it me again. He hit crosses over, give it me again. Don't worry, just keep giving it me because I know I'm going to do it. Everyone in their team went, there's 2 lines. You can either be, I'm going to be the person who doesn't make a mistake, I'm going to be the person who wins the game. Everyone in their team and their bench went, we're going to win the game, I'm going to be the man.
Yeah.
Our team went, don't be the one to make the mistake.
No.
And we played with fear. Now, that doesn't always come from the manager, that comes from the players within. One person I do want to give a shout, because I've been very harsh on him with this whole thing. Jed Spence was top draw.
Yeah, he was.
Was top draw. So I give credit where it's due. But we've got top players, apparently. Where were they?
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. We are coming to you live from the Virgin Hotels in New York. Still to come, we'll be joined by a rapper, Spurs fan, our mate, the brilliant AJ Tracy. But now let's get more on the very sad news we heard earlier on. Legendary former West Indies all-rounder Sir Garfield Sobers has sadly passed away at the age of 89. Sobers, regarded as one of the greatest cricketers of all time, playing 93 tests between 1954 and 1974, scoring an amazing 8,032 runs, taking 235 wickets. For more on this, we're joined by double Ashes winner, talkSPORT commentator, our mate Steve Harmison. Harmy, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Andy. How are we?
We're good, man. We're good. Such a huge loss for the world of cricket and, of course, for West Indian cricket.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a sad day for cricket. Celebration of a life who gives so much to the game. You mentioned his numbers there, but I think gives so much to the game and what he did to sort of change the game. He made cricket in that time sort of very fashionable, celebrity-like. His 6 sixes, his world records. When you know what it's like, Andy. When sadly we lose a great from any sport, we hear the word great talked about, but I think this guy was the greatest. I think you would get a lot of people in the game of cricket talk about Sir Garfield Sobers in such a way where they'll say he was the greatest player to ever play our game, along with the likes of Don Bradman, Shane Warne, and people like that. He was definitely that. So it's a huge loss. It's 89 years old, and for somebody who was an unbelievable fielder, fantastic batsman, an unbelievable fast bowler, and then in his latter part of the years as a spin bowler. But he also changed the game in the sort of 50s, 60s, and 70s, and made cricket very sexy and very, very fashionable.
Steve, obviously, I know quite a lot about Garfield Sobers, considering my family's come from the West Indies. But do you almost feel like, as great as he was, he's not talked about enough because of how great the West Indies were, certainly in the 80s?
Yeah, it's a good point, I think, Darren. I think that it's a good point in where West Indies cricket is now. I think the likes of Sir Garfield Sobers, Sir Vivian Richards. I know I was with Sir Curtly Ambrose not long ago, and they talk about the demise of West Indian cricket and where that's at this moment in time. From seeing the likes of Sobers, who was probably the one that really first started it off. He was just an unbelievable player. So he's not talked about because it's not fashionable, because the West Indies aren't, the big team at this moment in time like they were in the sort of 70s, 80s, and sort of early part of the 90s. But I think anybody that's played the game, or anybody that's been around the game and loves the game, the word Sir Garfield Sobers will just have eyes lit up in warmth of what and how good a cricketer he was. And also, I was fortunate enough to play a few golf holes with him, be around him at a few functions. He was a charming and a gentleman, a proper gentleman as well. So it is a sad day. And you're right, it might not be talked about in this present moment, but boy, anybody from cricket will tell you the word Garfield Sobers means a hell of a lot to them in the cricketing world.
Yeah, he's an absolute incredible, absolute superstar. And I remember my grandfather talking about him as well. And for my grandfather, it was always a kind of a flip of a coin between who was the greatest out of, obviously, Sir Garfield Sobers and Viv Richards, obviously, we know as a Sir as well. So I'm not even going to ask you to rank him, but those two there, when you talk about legends of cricket, are right at the very top.
They are, Darren, they are. And it would like you guys talk brilliantly about whether you go through the sort of the eras of Pelé to Bobby Charlton to Maradona, through to Ronaldo and Messi. You can't quantify how good these are in their own individual eras to try and then mix the eras up. And it is simply, they were absolute legends. Viv was a legend, and I think what you'll find, we haven't heard, it's only breaking news. It's only in the last sort of last hour and a bit that we hear the news that sadly that Sir Garfield Sobers has passed. But it wouldn't surprise me if the likes of Sir Vivian Richards, Sir Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh, and people like that, they'll say the reason why we played the game was because of Sir Garfield Sobers.
Harmy, thanks so much for your time, pal.
No problem.
Thanks for your kind words. Thanks, man. There you go. That's Steve Harmison reflecting on the very sad news. Sir Garfield Sobers has sadly passed away at the age of 89. I didn't know you knew so much about him, and he was so important
my
to your
grandfather,
family.
obviously he's no longer with us, God rest his soul,
Yeah.
was the biggest cricket fan. Like, he'd sit there, test cricket series, but he's obviously coming from a time where, certainly for the 80s, West Indies never lost a test series. You talk
That's-
about
I mean, that's
15
insane.
years,
Yeah,
it was a
that's
test
insane.
series. And you talk about Viv, again, in my father's eyes, is the greatest batsman to ever live, regardless of anyone. But yeah, to see, obviously, and hear someone who I heard about, maybe as a young kid I wasn't that much of a cricket fan, but hearing the name Sir Garfield Sobers, hearing about Viv Richards, these guys, when you do hear of the loss of someone who's a genuine superstar of cricket, everyone...
And in some people's eyes, the greatest ever,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, sad day for West Indian cricket.
Sad day. Now, sadly, we don't have time to talk about Jared Bowen. Is that right, Producer Joe? I think we've got to go.
The other side, Joe.
I think we've got to go to No Good. We'll do it later. We've got audio from Danny Dyer, but we can't. We haven't got time for that either. What's it? Let me just scroll through that.
No,
What?
just we go down.
No, we have a look at the time. I don't know.
No,
I
do it for you.
I get in so much trouble
No,
if we
you
go
won't.
over there. No, we do it in the
Joe,
next
Joe,
section.
do you want me to do it for you?
Do it in the next section. That's fine. We'll make. Joe, can you make sure we do that in today's show? Do just after 7. Still to come, we'll be rating each member of the England squad out of 10. Oh dear, and discussing how many will be playing at the Euros in 2 years' time. First, though, my goodness, it's the second no googling already of the day. Jared Bowen will be playing in the Championship next season. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm going to try and answer it.
Oh, okay. Jared Bowen will be playing in the Championship next season, unless, of course, he gets a move to him. We want to know, who is the highest scorer in Championship history since it was rebranded in 2004? I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. This is a total, not in one season. So, in total, he scored 130 goals.
I mean, there's one name that jumps off the page.
What does his surname begin with?
S.
He's gone. I hate you so much. He didn't even cheat that time. Vile man. The answer to that and loads more, AJ Tracy. And also, you do not want to miss Alex Cook's T-shirt as well. It's very funny. And Dallas the hat. Lots coming up between now and 7 o'clock. So make sure you stay where you are. You are listening and watching World Cup Drive live from New York City. See you after this.
Comes and we're still 1-up and we've been attacking and we've still created chances, but it hasn't quite gone in.
Yeah.
But we're 1-up
Yeah.
and Rashford's on the pitch.
Yeah.
And Saka's
Yeah,
on the
go on,
pitch.
keep going. I'm gonna
In the
hit this.
85th minute,
Yeah.
it brings on Dan Burn.
No.
Go, lovely
No,
jumping.
we get done the counter attack. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
What do you mean?
I just told you the scenario.
No, but that scenario's absolute crap.
No, it's
that scenario wouldn't have happened.
Jay, I'm just trying to paint you a picture about how we could lose the game in a different way, based on what. Jay, I'm with you. Don't get angry with me.
No, I am getting angry.
No, don't get angry with me.
You're trying to tell me how I'm going to feel about a situation.
And you'd sit there and go, oh, well done, boys. Glorious failure. We had a right go.
Yeah.
Right go at the post-cup time. Got done in 2 counter-attacks. Fine. Go out in your shield. No way. No way you'd sit there and say that.
I would have sat there and I would have accepted it
I don't
because I
believe
watched 4 bloody tournaments.
I don't believe you.
Of England.
I don't believe
doing
you.
exactly what we did
I
last
don't
night.
believe you.
And if we had gone out with Rashford and Saka on the pitch.
I don't believe you.
And still trying to attack, and we get done,
do you know what
then we get done.
Do you know what would be sitting there now? We'd be saying, how can Thomas Tuchel allow us to get done on the counter-attack twice, 85th and 92nd minute? How can that happen?
Right.
You'll be saying the same thing, and it'll be a different conversation based on what the evidence is in front of you. You would.
Don't tell me how I'm going to feel.
Oh, you'd accept it, would you?
Oh, I've told you 10 times.
No chance. No chance. I know you too well. No chance. I wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't accept it. I'd be saying, why has he not got 5 at the back? Why is he not? He's 85th minute on the counter-attack. Listen, we agree. I'm just trying to.
No, you're not agreeing. You're not agreeing.
No,
you're not agreeing.
No, I am.
No, you're trying to wind me up.
No, I'm not. Jay, 100% I'm agreeing with you. Jay, 100% I'm agreeing with you.
You're not agreeing with me. You're not agreeing with me.
We've all seen one of these before, right? The old heavy leather ball. No, not that one. That one. Used in World Cups and football as a whole for years back in the day. It's a far cry from modern balls made from synthetic materials, full of sensors for VAR and goal line technology. So when did the switch happen? Up until 1970, it was generally the rule of thumb that the host nation would provide the ball. The balls were always made from leather, usually with a vulcanized rubber interior, the same stuff they make tennis balls from. But in rainy and muddy conditions, the ball would absorb loads, and it was like playing with a brick. In 1970, Adidas were tasked with creating their first ball, and they came up with this icon, the Telstar. Despite its new, sleek look, it was a handful for goalkeepers and pretty unpleasant to head with. So in 1974, Adidas came out with the Telstar Durlast, the first synthetically coated ball that would be resistant to water and mud, and generally wouldn't wear as badly. The next major breakthrough came during the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, where Adidas placed an alien-like sensor in the middle of the ball, tracking every touch at 500 hertz to aid referees in offside decisions and handball calls. But in essence, it's the same ball developed by Adidas over 40 years ago.
Welcome back to World Cup Game Day. It's not Game Day, who's written that? It's World Cup Drive, live on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. We're live from the Virgin Hotels. Don't change it now. Before the break, I asked the question, who's the highest scorer in Championship history? It is
Billy Sharp.
Billy Sharp, 130 goals. Still to come, we'll be rating each member of the England squad out of 10. I'm really looking forward to that, discussing how many we'll be playing at the Euros in 2 years' time. In a moment, we'll say hello to another superstar guest, but first, let's get an update from the second round of the Open at Royal Birkdale. Watching for talkSPORT is the superstar that is Rupert Bell.
Well, Lucas Herbert was the superstar this morning with an excellent 62, and also Sam Burns. Unbelievable scoring in some pretty benign conditions, but all the same. 8 under par rounds for the pair of them. Extraordinary playing around these difficult links here at Royal Birkdale. Well, Lucas Herbert is still 2 clear. I don't think he's going to be overhauled. But some British players have been making an impact this afternoon. Robert McIntyre has finished just a few moments ago at 4 under par and are tied for 5th with a 1 under round. Alex Fitzpatrick is also on that mark, and an eagle from Dan Brown, who started the day in 2nd, has got him back to level par for the round and at 4 under. Elsewhere, Bryson DeChambeau has entered the huge galleries, nearly drove the 9th. Looks as if he's going to get a birdie to get to 4 under par. And Scotty Scheffler's going quietly about his business. And just to update you on Rory McIlroy, after a 67 this morning, has left him at 1 under par.
Here we go. Thank you, Rupert. Reminder, of course, there is live commentary of the Open right now over on talkSPORT 2. Right, time to get all the very latest from the England camp with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
On England's Corner on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Let's look back on that semi-final defeat and find out what he gives my attire for today out of 10. We're delighted to be joined by rapper, Spurs fan, our second favourite, Tracy. It's AJ Tracy joins us. Hi, AJ.
How you doing, fella?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. I like your T-shirt.
What do you think? We went last night.
You've been busy. You've been busy. Yeah.
Fallon last night.
Superstar.
What would you give my attire out of 10?
No, I like it. It's cool. It's cool. I'll give you a 7.
Why not an 8?
7 for your fits. 7.
Yeah, no, it's always. Why not an 8?
For his fits, this is like a 3, but 7 for you.
That's a compliment to me, that.
Yeah, this is a good fit.
Like
Yeah, but he's got a jumper on. Jumper on the
You got to die for the fashion, bro. You got to swear it is. That's how it is, bro. That's how it is.
How are you? Where have you been?
Well, I'm well.
Why
I've
have you
been
got
in
any shorts on, by the way? Why have you got any shorts on?
Why have I got shorts on?
Why haven't you got any?
Hey, I know hat. No hat.
No hat either. Yeah, it works.
I know. I've been in Atlanta.
Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Why would you do that? How long did that last? By the way, what's going on with the NFL ring? What's that?
The NFL ring.
Is that a real one?
Nothing. Just a little something. Just a little something.
Is that what you get if you win the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I done it whenever.
How'd you get that?
Whenever I have like a good performing single or album, I go and treat myself to something to commemorate.
Wow.
To commemorate.
Ben is the same with a great goal. That's why he's got none on. Right.
That is so cheap.
Don't bite. Don't bite, D. You're better than that. I scored loads of goals.
He did as well. He did.
Right. Let's get you on firstly to talk about the semi-final defeat. Where did you go?
I was there. Yeah.
Okay. What did you make? What was it like?
So tough. No, the environment was tough as well, boys. I'll be honest.
In what way?
Fair play to the
we were
Argentinian
outnumbered as fans.
85% Argentinian fans. Like what really actually rattled me from the start is they were just shouting over our national anthem. I couldn't even hear it. I was like, nah, surely not.
Yeah.
Surely not. Like, you know, Spurs Arsenal is what I'm used to as like rivalry and disrespect. And we would never do that to each other in terms of like, we're not disrespectful to that level. No. So when I felt that, I was like, whoa, you lot really hate us. Like, this is really like, this is violent. What's going on here? And it just set the tone for the whole thing. And then every time I was in a box with like, for some reason, 12 Argentinian fans. And you know, in a box, you're meant to behave yourself. They didn't care for the rules at all. They were shouting, swearing, saying everything under the sun to our players.
Who were you in the box with?
12
Argentinians.
No. I was in the Adidas box.
Right.
And
Any English people?
Yeah, like there was like 4 of us, bro. And there was like 12 of them.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, there's nothing I could do. But I made as much noise as I could, honestly. I did, honestly, I did.
Up until 82 minutes and then...
No, I was making noise until exactly, 82 minutes. And then I was like a bit deflated because I just felt like we had the game where we wanted it. And if you look at England's strengths as a team, it's not defending, respectfully. It's attacking. So why would you go for your... Well, it doesn't even make sense. I'm sorry, I'm still annoyed, I'll be honest, boys. I'm still annoyed, I'm actually hurt, I'll be honest.
Talk about it, because no one can understand why...
I'm hurt, I'm actually hurt, I'll be honest. I feel like everyone's hurt, but I'm really hurt, genuinely.
Was it one of those when you was in the stadium as well, when you see the substitutes go up, you go, what's he doing, straight away?
I saw Dan Burn, I said, it's too early.
Yeah.
Surely not, you can't bring the big man on yet. Props to him, he does his job, but not now. You can't give Messi free roam for 30 minutes and think nothing's going to happen. Yeah, that's the best player on the planet. Who sits there and thinks, because I'm no tactician, I'm not a manager, respectfully. So if I can see this is too early, why can't you see that? Bring some attackers on, score some goals. We had the game where we wanted it to be, genuinely, we did. And even when they conceded, it's not too late, Tuchel. You can change the formation, you can change what you're doing. You don't have to be stubborn and stick with it.
Benny thinks he panicked, I'm stunned by that.
You think he panicked?
Yeah, well, I look...
Do you know what I think? Sorry to cut you off. Do you know what I honestly think? Just his default plan is, cool, we've got to go, lock up. Not at that level. Of that level of the game,
listen,
you can't do that.
Do you think it got into his head that maybe it worked because we did that against Mexico?
And Norway.
No.
Yeah, but the reason I say that is because we had 10 men. And so we had to do it to hold on.
I don't even think that. I think that's his default plan. I think his plan is if we go ahead, or even not if we go ahead, but if we have the grip of the game, lock up. Which to me makes no sense. You can even see the boys after the game, the interviews. You can tell they were all disappointed. Gahey and Kane basically said the same thing. They were like, well, we had a goal and then they felt like we just defended.
We finished the competition with Dan Burn as a striker.
And he didn't win a header.
What does that tell you?
Let me ask
you this. Do you think it was there, not the game, the whole competition? Do you think it was there to win for England this time
100%. I genuinely believe that. I'm not even joking. I really
You would have seen Spain against France, right? And they were magnificent.
Spain were great, but I do honestly have to say, to be fair to France, I think they just weren't in it. They just gave up on the day they didn't try, because Spain were amazing, not taking anything away from Spain at all, but they did also like just have France look like they didn't try. Elise maybe X out the game a little bit. Then Mbappe, you could see it got in his head. He was kind of just taking pop shots, and I think I watched the game and I was disappointed in France because I like France a lot. I'm like, that's a fun team to watch, and they just kind of gave up.
Let me get your view on this. You haven't heard it, nor have I, Benty. Let's hear from the former Burnley and Everton gaffer, Sean Dyche. He was on the breakfast show earlier. He wasn't having Thomas Tuchel blaming England's DNA for going out of the World Cup.
No, I don't think it's easy when you're a manager, and especially what's happened. The weight on your shoulders, he's got to say something at the end of the day. But what I would say is, having been in the Premier League for so many years, I'm pretty sure, and in fact I know this, the Premier League got the highest possession stats across, certainly in Europe, I think across the world. So I don't agree with, you can't, it's in our DNA, because most of these players, as we know, well, virtually all of them, play in the Premier League.
I'm guessing, AJ, you've heard of Thomas Tuchel's comments. You've heard them
I've
the
heard them
DNA.
said.
It's in our
Yeah,
DNA.
it's not like the Brazilian DNA. It's not like the Spanish DNA.
That's right. What do you make of that? Because he's been paid, what, £10 million a year to sort that problem out, right?
Might be controversial, boys. I slightly agree with him a little bit. I don't think he should have said it, but I kind of agree a little bit. let me land though. Let me tell you why.
Sure.
I don't think it's the players'
Let me land. I
fault
wish I could
specifically.
use that
But
vocab.
I think when he picked the team, he's picked people who are versatile and can are more complete players. You know, can do a bit of a different role each, like utility a little bit more. Whereas we have specialists and we left them at home. Cole Palmer should be there. Maguire should be there. If you want to play defensively, if you want to lock up, why don't we have Maguire? Maguire's great for England. Yeah. Respectfully, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand his thought process. You know, cool, you took Jed because you thought he'd have the pace, which proved to be a good decision in the end. But also, it's like, what kind of football did you want to play? Because you have no specialists. We should have took Wharton, I'll be honest. Wharton should be there, in my opinion. You've put Rice and Anderson next to each other. Both great players, but they do the same thing for me. So, where are the specialists? I think specialist football is what, you know, look at Spain, look at France. They have specialists in each area. They have players who do different things really well. And that's what you need, in my personal opinion.
Do you know what I think as well? The more I look at the squad and the squad that he picked, and it almost feels to me he left characters at home that he might have disrupted the squad if they weren't playing.
I agree.
Because when you start looking at ability-wise, now Foden, I'm not that fussed on, because I think for England he's never really been there. But Cole Palmer's had big moments for England, of course, in the final. You've got Trent as well, who obviously at right back in terms of technically is probably the greatest technical right back we've probably ever seen in terms of his range of passing.
Gibbs White.
Gibbs White, another one.
Gibbs White should have been there.
But I think for Gibbs White's a difficult one, because I would have taken him, but he's up against Bellingham and Rodgers. So
No, I would have took Gibbs White over Eze. Sorry.
Would you? Okay, but
respectfully.
That's I would have taken
Hall.
Gibbs White.
What about Hall?
Lewis Hall's maybe another one, but I definitely
he won't get game time at Newcastle, but I would have done.
He's good though. He's a good
I agree
player,
with you. I agree with you.
He's definitely taken players. I think that he's gone. Do you know what? If they're not playing, they won't disrupt the kind of the mood of the.
I think there's something in that. I think there's something in that. I agree, but I also have to say I don't understand why Henderson got more minutes than Kobe. I don't get that either. I'll be honest, respectfully.
Don't start him off.
Yeah, but Kobe's a great player, and when we're talking about profiling, you know, the midfield. If you want to balance the midfield out a little bit, there's some characters we should have had in there that. Playing the Rice Anderson, I just think you're playing two of the same player.
Let me ask you, we've got a game tomorrow, pointless game in my opinion tomorrow.
Very pointless.
What happens if you pick someone like Kobe?
I'll be insulted if I was Kobe. I'll be annoyed. I'll be insulted.
You know, he can't think that way.
No, but honestly, jokes aside though, jokes aside, yeah. Respect to Kobe and all the players who went there. You know, you ain't seen Kobe complain about anything. He's gone there. He's been a good sport. You know, he's come for his team. It's an honour to wear your team shirt. Respectfully, it is. I'd be so excited to represent England for anything. But let him go on holiday. Let him go to Ibiza. If you're not going to play him, let him go and enjoy
the only thing I'll say about that though is that Kobe, quiet to obviously his friends and family, he's probably saying, like, it's shocking I ain't got a few minutes. But he's got a chance, if he does play against France and play well,
to show why they
should come out of it with so much credit.
True.
Because people's all going to go, see?
No, but do you know why?
He should have played.
So I'll be honest though, the only reason I have to disagree a little bit on that is just because it's a nothing game, bro. So like,
I never see it as nothing.
But the reason why I say that is because third place, let's be honest, cool, I get it, America, like, you want to do the third place thing. To us Brits, that means nothing though, let's be honest.
Let me ask you this then, right, and I agree with you, it means absolutely nothing. If he does put out sort of a defaulted side and puts like Ollie Watkins up top and Kobe
He will do that, by the way, guaranteed.
And we lose, do you think any English fan will go, why didn't you put full strength out?
No.
You don't?
No one's going to care. France don't care.
Do you know, the players that I played tomorrow, they will care. Because every single time he put on that shirt for England, it means something. And I think Kobe, Watkins, all these guys who played tomorrow, if he changes it all up, have all got an opportunity to come out of it with credit, because everyone will go, they deserve.
But is it fair to say though, in the last tournament, Kobe already proved himself, and then he's got no minutes. Yeah. So it's like proving yourself in a nothing game against France. He's already proved himself.
I would love to sit down with the manager and say, why have you not picked him?
I promise you, he would never give you the true. He would never give you the true answer. Though,
what do you both think the answer?
What he said.
No, it's not. I do love him. Hold on. I do love him, and I do think he deserved game time. Yeah, right.
Kobe,
but that's any player that you take in a position that we have a problem with. We had injuries to Rice, Henderson broke. There's a reason why he should be playing.
For sure.
And I would love to know why he took him and he didn't give him a minute. I'd love to know the answer.
There's obviously clearly something that he's not happy with in terms of maybe from a tactical standpoint, because it can't be ability. Because we know Maine's got the ability.
But then we talk about a tactical standpoint. You're bringing on Dan Burn with half an hour left to go and playing him a striker. So like, what
would you sack him?
I would sack him. Sorry, I think I would sack him. I would sack him. Yeah. That might be controversial. I'll be honest, but I think.
I think a lot of people have said.
Listen, what do you mean? Pep had an agreement with England and we said no or something? What are you talking about?
That's nuts.
That's insane. That's insane. That's like the dream manager for me.
And he's free now, Pep. Yeah.
By the way, no hate to Tuchel. I think Tuchel's a good manager, but I think you didn't do anything. This might be controversial again. I'll be honest, man. I think he went full Southgate.
He did.
So what's the point then?
He
did though. He did. He plays like Southgate. So then what's the point then?
Just one. We got you for another section.
Go on.
Just one last question on Kobe. Third and fourth player. It doesn't mean anything to anyone. It might the players. To me, it doesn't. To you, it doesn't. If he doesn't get game time in that, what does that tell you about Kobe Mainoo?
that the manager, it's just not in the manager's plans whatsoever.
It's so hard for the players, though, don't you think? Imagine like you're going and you're giving your holiday time away. It's an honour to represent England. You're like, yeah, I'm here to do for my country, and then not get a minutes in like a nothing game. I'd be insulted. I'd be so annoyed.
We'll carry on that chat in just a moment. That was a look at all the very latest in the England camp with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. They're here for it.
On England's Corner on talkSPORT, brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
You are listening and watching World Cup Drive live from New York. More from the three of us right after this. See you in a sec.
I wasn't overly enamoured with what we were doing anyway. I've spoken freely on this marvellous channel that we're on, and, you know, on talkSPORT regularly, and said, look, it's not as good as what everyone was making out, I didn't think, you know, and that's nothing against the manager, Thomas Tuchel, nothing at all. It's just that I didn't think, you know, I wasn't thinking we were blowing teams away and we were purring, but we were finding a way, and that's equally fair to say. That's a brilliant thing to have, of course, if you're not playing brilliantly, but you're winning games. Now, that's a great habit. We all know that. So I don't think I was too... I try to give balance to my comments about these things, and I didn't think we were magnificent anyway. There was a lot of talk about this feel, and how the feel was better. I wasn't having that bit. I was going, oh, come on, do me a favour. And I've spoken freely on, I think it was with Simon and Jim about, you know, Gareth's time, and they were sort of suggesting I was supporting him because I'm his mate and all that. I wasn't. I was just calling it how I think it was. I don't think there was radical change. I had a big debate with Simon about it on their show and said, look, I don't think there is radical change. Simon was saying there is, and he's a master tactician and that's fine, by the way. I've got no problem with people's comments because we're here now talking about it. But I did say on that show, I did say to Simon, I said, Simon, there's nothing radically changed here. You know, if you cut through the noise and you go, in balance to that side of it, which I have been intrigued with, is I do think this is the best opportunity we've had, certainly in my lifetime, I think it's the best opportunity we've ever had to win the World Cup. Not because we're amazing, but because the other superpowers are not as superpowered as what they were. France were flying. I think we're all shocked by that one because they were the ones who you thought, right, okay, they're what we think they should be, apart from their last game. And equally, you know, you look at them and they are superpowered. And yet, you look at their last game and you go, what just happened there? So it is the World Cup. It's not easy to win a World Cup. Everyone sort of suggests it is, but it's not.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Kick in.
No, I'm loving it.
Like a soulful jam, innit?
Yep, you listen to World Cup Drive. talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. the Yoda of talkSPORT, Darren Bent, a superstar that goes by the name of AJ Tracy. We're coming to you live from Virgin Hotels in New York City. Still to come, we'll be discussing how many of this England squad will be at the Euros in 2 years' time. Oh dear, we've got to do this one. Time for me to eat some humble pie. West Ham captain Jarrod Bowen has confirmed that he'll be staying at the club ahead of their first season back in the Championship.
Was you here? Was you on when he said?
I haven't finished yet. Wait, if you're going to slag me off, let me finish. He's reportedly signed a revised contract, which isn't an extension beyond his old deal expiring in 2030, but commits him to the club for the upcoming season. After confirming he'll stay, he said, "My main motivation is staying and bringing this club back to the Premier League, where we belong." Our very own Ian Abrahams caught up with Bowen's father-in-law, massive West Ham fan, Danny Dyer, just a few days ago. He said he was always expecting Bowen to stay.
He's a very great, loyal man, and first and foremost, he is my family, the father of my grandchildren, of course. And you know, it's been tough for him. I mean, he does deserve Champions League football, and whatever decision he makes, I would have supported him. Do you know what I mean? But don't think he's going anywhere, son, and I think he will rip up the Championship. Don't you worry yourself about that.
You wasn't on, AJ, was you? Because Andy came on here one day, he slammed his palm on the desk, and when he got breaking news, Bowen, it's done, going to Aston Villa.
Done.
Done. His word, it's done.
I think I'm being misquoted there.
No, you're not.
I don't know if you are. I don't know. It sounds like you, I'll be honest.
All I'll say is, at the time I was told that was the...
Who was you told that by?
I can't reveal my sources.
Okay.
But let me just say I'll never be using those sources ever again. But, okay, he's staying. I got that one wrong, right? Or the person that told me got that one wrong. Are you surprised that he's decided to stay in the Championship, DB?
I am and I'm not.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm not surprised is because I think seeing where he is in the pecking order in terms of England going into this World Cup would have played a part. I think if he was on the cusp or had even gone to the World Cup with England, I think he would have moved. He would have gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
But the fact he's been left behind, he's probably thought to himself, do you know what? Unless it's going to be a move to a Champions League side, where else does he want to go? Like, he's Mr. West Ham.
What do you mean, where else does he want? He's 29, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's only when you're 30 you start going, okay, I'm on the decline. 29, you're close to your pomp.
Yeah, I
am. You've got a big contract left in him at 29.
You know, he has. But I think sometimes staying where you're at, for him, at a side like West Ham where he's captain, where that's his club.
He's loved.
He's loved there. He's done well for the club. It probably means more to him. But where would he go? He's not going to go Liverpool. He's not going to go Arsenal.
Chelsea was sniffing around, though.
Could go Aston Villa.
I mean, that's a big move. But yeah, obviously you got that wrong. If that
no, at the time it was happening.
If that type of move was going to come up, I'd 100% say he's got to go.
Well, I found that out before they sold thingy to Spurs for 80 million, and maybe that 80 million pounds coming in has changed the club's
decision. Who have you signed?
A couple of ballers.
Who is it?
A couple of ballers. Matthias Fernandes.
Thank you, Joe.
Do you know what it might be though? Also, we're saying that he's made the decision to stay. Maybe no one came in.
No, I think people.
Maybe.
Why'd you say that?
Because it's a big decision to drop out of the Premier League and go to the Championship, because there's no guarantee. I think they will, but there's no guarantees they go straight back up. So I think sometimes if the move's not right, or someone's saying you can come to our club but you're not going to play much, he might go, do you know what? Let me go to West Ham. I'm going to play every single week.
You know what, as well, I'll be honest, I just think in football you don't see too much loyalty nowadays, and it is something to commend. I'll be honest, it is. It really is.
You're right.
Genuinely. It's nice, isn't it? Imagine the West Ham fans, how they feel about that news.
They're
going to be over the moon.
Listen, we've only got you for about 4 minutes, so let's quickly move on to Sunday, the World Cup final. Argentina take on Spain. It's the final, of course, you can hear live on talkSPORT. We obviously all wish England were there, but this is what the European champions up against Copa America winners.
Yeah.
It should be.
Up against the world champions.
Yeah, defending champions. Yeah.
Copa America.
Well, we know they're the world champions, right? Copa America. I mean, we've got everything that's been won.
Yeah.
We've got the two biggest and best teams on the planet going head to head. How do you see it going?
I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah,
you think France?
France, yeah.
It should be France, Spain.
Well, the way Spain pushed them aside, right? That suggests that Spain are the better side.
Yeah, but you know how it is in football, man. On your day, it's on the day. It's on the day. I just think France didn't turn up that day.
On this day, how do you see it going?
On this day, I mean, how do I see it going?
How do you want it to go?
No, I think it's the same thing. I'll be honest, I think Spain are going to win. I think Spain are going to win.
Who do you want to win?
Spain. I'm Spanish.
Are you?
I'm now Spanish. I'm Spanish.
All right, okay.
I promise you, I'm Spanish. After that game, I'm Spanish.
I think Spain will win. I think Spain have got the better players in a collective. They haven't got the best player, obviously, but they've got the better players. But the system, do you know what it is? It's Messi coming up with a moment. That's if I'm Spain, I'm thinking all we've got to do is worry about him coming up with a moment. Because for England, he come up with 2 moments, we lose the game.
Yeah.
But I think Spain are better than England. So I think Spain will just make them work. We'll keep dominating the ball, keep probing, keep obviously dominating possession, and I think just where Argentina.
What will be really interesting is the last 20 minutes of the England game, England couldn't get the ball off Argentina, but Spain are like the masters of possession. So it'd be so interesting to see how the two sides go.
Rodri's back in that mode. He's back.
Yeah.
He's back in that mode.
Who do you think the best player in the world is? Is it a no-brainer?
Best player in the world. I said last time, Mbappe.
Not Messi.
No, Mbappe's the best player in the world. Messi's doing what Messi does.
Benny and I both think that Messi right now is the best player on the planet.
I have to disagree.
I've got no argument with Mbappe.
By the way, Messi's in the conversation for sure, definitely, especially for his age.
Yeah.
But it is Mbappe.
Are you Messi or are you Ronaldo? Which one?
I'm Ronaldo. I'll be honest. But I like Messi. I like Messi.
I don't want to hear I like
Messi. I think Messi is the better footballer. I'm just Team Ronaldo. I prefer Ronaldo.
If Messi wins 2 back-to-back, does your decision change?
About what though? Which player I prefer watching?
No, who's the greatest ever?
No, I just said to you who's better. I said Messi's better. You heard what I said? Messi's better. I'm a Ronaldo fan. I prefer Ronaldo. I just like watching him play.
I never saw that attitude last week, did you?
No, hold on.
Where's that come from?
You didn't like that. I came with some actual ball knowledge. I said Mbappe's the best player in the world, but the best 9 is Kane.
Have you got your ticket to the final? Are you going?
I'm going. I'll be there with my Pedro Porro shirt on. Hopefully Adidas can sort me along.
Romero, no?
Romero?
That's your boy, innit?
You're violating, bro. You're violating. You're absolutely violating. Argentina, I can't lie to you. I need to see them lose. I have to see it.
You're a very lucky boy to be going. It should be a wonderful.
I am. I wish obviously we were in it, but
yeah, of course we all do. Listen, thank you, not just for
Appreciate
today,
you,
but
boys.
we've loved having you on our show.
Likewise.
Third or fourth time you've been on, it's still not.
No, honestly, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime,
Obviously,
man.
I'm infringing on your show, boys.
No, you're not.
But I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're part of it.
Oh, thank you so much.
A round of applause for the wonderful AJ Tracy. Let's do that.
Thank you.
Good work.
I'll see you back at home, yeah?
I look forward to that. A big carry bag of Adidas?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, good.
Just ask him for something, didn't he?
Always.
No, hold on.
Never giving, only taking.
So you don't want?
No, listen, if you bring...
He put his order in this morning, sending it.
Don't surprise me.
For the catalogue.
AJ, always a pleasure. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, man.
More from me and Benny. Last hour of our last show, would you believe? Our World Cup drive show, live from New York, and it comes up right after this. See you in a sec.
It's 25 minutes. You're playing against Argentina, and you've just gone, here, there you go.
I'm
Go on,
so
just attack
disappointed.
us. Attack v defence.
Do you know what, Jay? I can't believe I'm having this conversation about Tuchel. I cannot believe I'm having this conversation.
Sack him. Sack him.
It's just rinse and repeat as England. And I don't know whether he looked back on that Mexico game and got drawn into how comfortable he felt. No, Jay, I'm not giving you an answer. I'm trying to find a reason. I'm trying to get into his head. I don't know the answer, Jay. Any more than you. Don't, Jay. I'm trying to find a reason.
But why put Bellingham on the left?
Jay, I don't know.
Why not bring Rashford on?
I don't know.
Why not bring Saka on?
I don't know.
I'm trying to get. What was he thinking?
I don't know.
What's he thinking?
I'm trying to get into Tuchel's head because the lads were dead on their feet. And if you're going to go to 5 at the back, which I kind of understand in one way, I do. But what you need to do is help help the back 5, because if they can't get out, you literally are on the edge of your box, and you can't defend all the time like that. You need pressure on the ball. You need players to get out, and also you need an out ball. We had no out ball. Nothing.
But
I can't believe you.
But that's coaching 101. That's literally coaching. We are sat there, 2 donuts, all right, in the Redwood. 2 people that sit on here, all right? We ain't coaches. We know football. He's the top level England manager, and the whole nation can see that we were camped in, and everyone's screaming, "Make a sub, give us an out."
I don't get it, Jay. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand how he couldn't see what we were seeing.
You could probably draw a photo of the modern FIFA World Cup trophy with your eyes closed. But what about the original Jules Rimet trophy? And why was it changed in the first place? And is the trophy that gets lifted by the winning team after the World Cup final the original or the replica? The World Cup trophy hasn't always looked like this. It actually used to resemble this. Originally called Victory or Coupe du Monde, it was designed by French sculptor Abel Lafleur and debuted at the first ever World Cup in 1930. It depicted the Greek goddess of victory, Nike, holding an octagonal cup made of gold-plated sterling silver. It had a lapis lazuli base, which is that deep blue gemstone at the bottom. Renamed in 1946 to honour the FIFA president who launched the World Cup, it became then the Jules Rimet Trophy. It went on several adventures during its life, hidden in a shoebox during the Second World War to prevent theft from the Nazis, to famously being stolen in 1966 in England, only to be found by Pickles the dog. Brazil won the right to keep the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently in 1970 after winning it 3 times. There'd be more drama, though, with the trophy again stolen in 1983 in Rio de Janeiro. It's believed to have been melted down. So back to 1970 and the creation of the current and iconic 18-carat gold trophy. Standing at 36.8 centimetres tall with a base made up of 2 layers of green malachite, it's been the World Cup as we know it since the 1974 tournament. But is that the trophy that the winners get to keep? The answer is no. The original gold trophy remains with FIFA and is only displayed at special events. World Cup winners have to settle for a bronze gold-plated replica. The base of the current original has enough space to engrave the names of the winners up to and including the 2038 World Cup. So could we therefore be in for a new trophy in the coming years?
Welcome back to the last hour of our last World Cup Drive Time show on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, live from New York City. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to this Sunday's World Cup final, and it's, of course, a game you can hear live right here on talkSPORT.
It's when the stakes are at their highest and the greats and the good are separated. And like when global icons clash, and the prize is footballing immortality.
Early ball, gets it back, Pedro Porro! It is 2! That is a golden moment for Spain!
Get your team to the World Cup final. I thought Rodri was absolutely magnificent.
Spain are a game away from a second star. The European champions, now on the brink of becoming world champions again.
Back in from Messi.
Argentina just got in the car and smashed straight through the wonder wall, didn't they?
When the Argentinian players were singing the anthem, you could see how much they wanted to win that game. That's probably the best game Argentina played in this World Cup.
Nobody's retained the trophy since 1962. It's Argentina stand on the brink of history.
Yes, the holders Argentina take on European champions Spain. What a game it could be in this Sunday's World Cup final. And of course, it's all live right here on talkSPORT. Kicks off at 8 p.m. Adrian Durham, Jim Proudfoot, and Stuart Pearce will be taking you through all the action. I can't wait for that one. Right, we are delighted to have been joined for the final time here in the good old US of A by our chief football correspondent, who's turned himself into some kind of folklore legend, Alex Crook, and Dallas the Hat. How are you?
Good.
Let's have a look at the T-shirt. Can you just read it, because people will be listening to this and can't necessarily see. It says you could put your mic by your. Say again.
You all.
No. It's y'all.
Y'all. That's what I said.
Y'all can kiss my Dallas.
Apparently, this is the same T-shirt that Erling Haaland travelled home in. So it's worn by the great and the good.
Okay.
2 goats of this World Cup.
Slightly different fit. Yeah. 2 goats at the World Cup, on and off the pitch. In fact, on the back of that, because it's our final show in America before we fly back home later on tonight, we thought we would talk you through our top 5 moments of the trip. Now, not necessarily football related, but stuff that we've enjoyed while we've been in America and Miami for 2 weeks. Now, granted, Cookie, a lot of yours are nothing to do with football, and you can't even talk about on air. But we've got our top 5. I've done mine. You've done yours.
I've just written down 5.
Okay, well that's what we need. Cookie, have you got yours?
Got them in my head.
Okay, well, will they ever come out of your mouth, or the?
Yeah. I'm happy to share.
Okay, well, let's all go through number 5s. Okay, so in 5th place, Cookie, what's made it for you?
In 5th place, I'll give you a football one.
Okay.
Seeing Messi become the all-time leading World Cup goal scorer. I was at that game when he set that record.
Wow. Okay, that's nice. DB?
The batting cage.
Okay, explain to people.
So me and Alex Crook went to a batting cage, and do you know what? Even though we were there for half an hour, I had a really, really good time, because obviously I love American sports, as you know, having a go at it. But watching Crookie try to hit the ball like he was playing cricket, I don't think I've laughed that much in, I don't know how long. It was so funny.
It was appalling.
But to be fair to me, once he hit the first one,
got my eye in.
He started to get it.
He was coming from down, like a cricket shot,
hockey.
not up.
Like he's playing hockey.
Not up like a baseball shot.
That's
You've never seen baseball. Did you not realise it's behind your ear?
I did go to a baseball match in Dallas, actually, but I think I fell asleep.
Oh.
Wow.
It's not the most entertaining sport
No, but
in
the
world.
experience, right? You go.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Did you eat when you were there?
Stupid.
I had a hot dog.
My number 5 was when we were in the pub watching the Mexico game. I thought that was a fantastic night of football. A couple of friends from out of town came.
That's the most emotion I've seen. A couple of friends, who are they?
It doesn't matter, you know.
No, who are they?
It doesn't matter.
No, it's
Emma and Jade were there.
Yeah, it's the most emotion I've seen from probably our team. Like producer Joe was on the seats. He was jumping up and down. The energy in there was incredible. Yeah, I understand why he's done
A magic night. Okay, 4s now, Cookie.
Well, that was going to be my number 4, because it was a great team night. Obviously, we beat Mexico in the Azteca. But the best moment for me, I've said it before, was when Baby Spice walked in. Although it took me 10 minutes to realise who she was. And then I suddenly did a double take.
Who do you think she was?
Well, I didn't really pay much attention when she first walked in.
Okay.
And then it was one of the other guys from ITV, actually, a producer, who said, who are all these random people? And I sort of did a double take. I said, well, there's Baby Spice. And then the penny dropped.
Okay. Just dropped Baby Spice.
Right, DB?
Brazil versus Norway, VIP.
That's my number 4 as well.
That was, honestly, I know it's a bit...
VIP.
How good was it, though? Me and you had a great time. Listen,
yeah, we did.
We all obviously went to the game together in the big Uber, but obviously me and you in the lounge, chatting to loads of people. Jimmy Floyd was brilliant when he was in there. Annie Luca was in there. Spent a lot of time watching the game, which was a really good game.
For me...
No, it weren't Brazil or Norway, was it? It was England.
England,
VIP.
Norway, yeah.
England, I said Brazil.
Yeah.
England, Norway.
I thought you just said Norway VIP.
No.
Oh, yeah, England, Norway.
That
Yeah,
was
seen
brilliant.
England live.
Yeah.
World Cup quarter-final.
Brilliant.
Flipped up. And how about that? I sat next to someone I hadn't seen for 20 years.
Yeah,
that was insane.
That was incredible.
Yeah, and then we ended up at Soho House watching the Argentina game. That's good. Okay, on to 3s. Crookie, what you got?
So my number 3 actually was our own VVIP experience, me and producer Ryan. It was such a shambles, the stadium in Houston. Nobody knew where anyone should be going. The steward directed us towards the press box. We went up this very plush escalator into this huge room where there was canapes, there was joints of meat, there was champagne. And I said to Ryan, you do realise we're not going to be in here? And he said, what shall I do? I said, well, go over to the barmaid and ask for 2 glasses of Tattinger and see what she does. And we stayed for the rest of the day.
Wonderful. I have to say that they've got everything right over here at the World Cup. It's been brilliantly handled, I think. But there are tiny little details you think that you don't do that at football. And one of them was when we went to the England-Norway game and at half-time you go from your seat and you go back into like the lounge or wherever it was, irrelevant. But
they weren't
onto
selling
the
beer.
concourse. No. And then when you want to go back in, when it's like you see the players coming out on telly, you think, I've got to go. There's someone still on the door wanting to see your ticket to get back in.
Yeah.
It's like, no. You've okayed. This is what at football.
Yeah.
We go and have a drink, and then we go straight back in. And it was there's a big queue. We missed like the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Not a big deal, but just little things like that. You go, okay. But other than that, I think they're
No, I agree.
absolutely brilliant.
And some of the infrastructure around the grounds.
It's just been
could be better,
magnificent.
but it's been brilliant.
Okay. My number 4 is the same as yours. My number 3 is last night when we went to see Jimmy Fallon.
That's 3.
Yeah, number 3. I don't know if these are in order, but these are my 5 favourite things. Not just seeing a show. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Fallon. Right? I have been for years and years and years. But going there, you being on telly was nice as well.
Yeah.
But
You got on telly. They knew who you were.
But
he said, Benny, how you doing? I said, yeah, I'm good, man. You?
yeah, and he went, Marcus, nice to see you. But I'm just seeing the show perform live was great. And then I knew the producer. She let us down onto the set after everyone had gone, and having our pictures taken in the seat was just magnificent. It was a great night. I loved that.
My number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3, Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah,
I mean, meeting Woody Harrelson was just. I'm a big fan of his. I spoke about White Man Can't Jump, Money Train.
You spoke to him. How long did you speak to him for?
Only about a minute or so.
Okay.
But that minute felt like it was just the nicest guy as well, because you're not supposed to take pictures in there. The kind people at Reserve Paddle were like, it's not a problem. Yeah, you're all good. He was really kind of when I went up to him, he was really like kind of warming, open. Yeah, so meeting someone like that who I absolutely love as an actor. Yeah, that's my number 3.
Okay, Crookie.
So I'm on to number 2 now, aren't I?
No, number 3.
You're 3, mate. We're on 3.
Oh, I did 3, I think, didn't I?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did do 3.
Oh, well done. Okay, on to number 2. You started the 3s, did you?
I did.
Okay, on to 2s. Crookie,
I'm just going to say Miami. Just the whole whirlwind trip we had in Miami.
That's my 2.
From, from you making me do a sort of David Hasselhoff into the sea that first morning. I love the sea.
Forgot about that,
I love the beach, so that was amazing. Watching England win inside the stadium in dramatic fashion. And then the night out we had, you didn't come on that, you were at Soho House with your posh mates. We had an unbelievable night in Miami, to such an extent that I managed to fall fast asleep, as you know, in one of the best nightclubs in Miami for 25 minutes. Just had a little power nap.
Oh, yeah, we're seeing him now at Baywatch, Hasselhoff.
Oh, yeah.
People watching on YouTube.
If you're having your dinner at home, it's just coming up to 6:15, so I can only apologise.
I would love to go back to Miami for longer.
Yeah, and Dallas. Go on, what you got, Penny, your number 2?
My number 2 would probably be, I'm with Crookie, I think Miami, like... Do you know, I want to say New York because I love New York. I prefer New York because we've been here. We was here in December or November. We're in now. But going back to Miami, I've not been to Miami since 2007. Great experience. The heat, the people, the vibe. Everything about Miami was great.
Okay. My number 2 is a man we know now as Brad Not Friedel. Because so the story is that when we were, I think, in New York for the first time, was it New York or Miami? I've lost track of where we are. New York. Brad was like, "You've got to go to this restaurant. It's unbelievable. Don't worry. I know the owner. I know the chefs. All taken care of. Those are the words, by the way. You've got the best table in the restaurant, right? We get in there, and the guy comes. Oh yeah, your friends of Bradford. Lovely to meet you. Table's not. I'm getting you the best table ready. It's not ready yet. Just do you want some champagne? Yeah, I love some champagne. Brings out champagne all the way in. No, everyone else in the queue's looking at us like we're royalty. Some champagne. Get to the table. Oh yeah, Brad, we're expecting you. Yeah, great. You have a go. Shall I order for you? Yeah, order what? Yeah. Okay, I'll order everything. Go through the tasting menu. Brilliant. Wine. Order what you want. Okay, yeah, brilliant. No bill coming up, obviously, because it's on Brad, right? Bill comes up. You should have seen the face of Management Max and Emma. It was like, what's this bit of paper? This like a toilet roll. It was so long.
Brad Not Friedel.
Brad Not Friedel.
Have you spoken to him about it since?
No, I don't know what that conversation's going to sound like. Thanks, Brad. Cheers. So that's my number 2. Number 1's now.
I'm just going to have to say Dallas. The whole experience. We were there for a couple of weeks. We watched England. We watched Argentina. We went to a cowboy club after England had won. Proper country and western band, but they quickly realised actually the way to get the crowd up was to start doing Wonderwall in a country and western style, and then a place called Cowboy Red River. Google it, and if you can, get there on a Thursday night.
That's incredible.
That's such a great line.
Incredible.
BB, your number 1?
Oh, Jimmy Fallon. Yes, Jimmy Fallon, but for me, more so, The Roots.
Oh, yeah,
obviously, one of my favourite hip-hop bands of all time. Seeing them there as well and seeing them perform live, chat to Black Thought. It's just, for me, the roots. That was what I walked in and was like, oh my god, and getting given drumsticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole experience for me was incredible.
Not chicken drumsticks, by the way.
No.
Well, I've ordered some of them. They'll be out in a minute. My number one was Darren Bent, who often gets seasick on a boat, agreeing to go on a boat to go and see the Statue of Liberty.
Can I change mine,
and forgetting he gets seasick, and then had to go downstairs because he, would you believe it, got seasick.
I'm changing my Miami.
That was my number one.
I'm changing Miami.
Go on.
The Everglades.
Yeah.
Are you sticking that?
That's sort of part of Miami, though.
Yeah, but no, that Everglades experience was just incredible.
Two I can't talk about, but if you want to get a close-up of the people alongside me. Bentley's Moscow Mule Night.
Yeah, nice.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, nice.
And Crookie, this is my favourite, Crookie's memory loss on the sushi night. All right? Yeah? Do you remember that? Whilst we're having sushi, you remember that?
I do remember
that's all I'm going to say.
Let's send
but you
it back.
remember it, right? But yeah, but we have been very, very lucky. It's been an amazing trip, right?
How are we going to go back to real life?
Do you know, I'm looking at you with your shades on, your hat, your dad. I don't know how you're going to get back to real life. You have been living in a bubble, a dream-like bubble for the last 6 weeks.
I really
How
am.
are you going to cope with it?
I don't know. It's good. And on Monday, 10 till 1, Alex Crook with Martin Keown. That'll be back to reality.
Jeez. Really?
I love mine. Invincible.
It has been a wonderful, wonderful trip, right?
It's been amazing.
It's been brilliant.
The best summer of my life.
We're all very lucky. Is it really the best
so.
summer of your life?
I think so.
Wow, at the age of 57, you're saying that. That must mean something. You stay with us for the next 15 minutes. We'll get back to proper football. Let's do that. Okay, we're going to have a quick break. That was our top 5 moments from a very, very fortunate trip we've been on, which we hoped would end on Sunday with England in the World Cup final. It's sadly not come to that, but it doesn't matter. talkSPORT will have live commentary of what should be an amazing game of football. Sees Argentina take on Spain. We'll maybe talk about that when we come back. You are watching and listening World Cup Drive live from New York City. We'll see you after this.
We've been talking all morning about Thomas Tuchel. We've been talking all week about him and the fact that he's questioned England's DNA, whatever that may be. He said, I think ball possession plays a crucial role. It's maybe not in our DNA as it is in the Spanish or Brazilian or Argentinian DNA. To take the ball and control the game and the ball, which is a big problem. What do you make of that, Ben?
Watching the Spain game the other night against France, that's how you keep the ball. And I think it comes down to bravery. We've got the players to do it, we've got the ability to do it, but it comes down to bravery. And I think once them England players put that shirt on, when it comes to the crunch moments, that's the bit that is lacking a little bit. We've definitely got the ability to do it. We've got the players to be able to do it. You watch Spain, and when they went 2-0 up, even when they were 1-0 up, they just kept doing it. You've got Fabian Ruiz and Rodri in the central midfield. At one point, they're playing two-touch over the French midfield. They're keeping the ball nice and calm. And I'm just thinking...
They had a good structure as well, though.
Really good structure, but they're drilled on it. And there's a lot of people saying, well, why can't we be drilled on it?
You've got to want the ball as well.
You've got to want it, but it's bravery, isn't it?
It is.
And bravery comes in a load of different forms.
So
People think bravery might be a Dan Burn getting his head, and it is a form of bravery, but when it comes to the crunch moments, it's that calmness under pressure in the big calm moments where you've got to go, right, just woof, woof. And I think Argentina a bit, look at Messi, see how calm he is, and I think that filters through the team as well.
Yeah, he can carry you out of trouble, Messi, can't he? Give him the ball, he carries it up the pitch, he takes the pressure on. That's what we were lacking as well, just an individual who just could carry it up.
Oh, it'd be lovely if we had one of them, two of them at home, I think.
I think it's a bit unfair because he took Gordon off, and I think Gordon's grown into the tournament, I thought, because he had a lot going on at the beginning, which I spoke of, because with the move and all that sort of stuff, a lot to handle, if you like. But I think he's grown into it.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Bit of Starsky and Hutch, it sounds like Starsky and Hutch. Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Legends alongside me go by the name of Darren Bent and Alex Crook. I'm sure you're aware we're coming live from Virgin Hotels in New York. It's our last show, only 40 minutes left of our last show, then we get back on the plane with Virgin. Wouldn't it be nice to get upgraded into business?
Oh, it'd be lovely.
Like if Virgin were listening and they go, hey, let's sort these two out. Because they
Free.
Sort these two out. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to Sunday's World Cup final, which is live right here on talkSPORT. Just quickly, Aston Villa have confirmed the signing of midfielder Johan Manzambi.
I like him.
Freiburg.
Good player.
Yeah?
I thought he was the only one in the final that looked any
I
good
agree.
against Villa.
Right, let's have a quick look ahead to Sunday's World Cup final between Spain and Argentina. Crookie, you've been chatting to someone quite famous ahead of this one.
Yeah, very lucky to spend a bit of time with Gaizka Mendieta yesterday, former Spanish player, great player for Valencia and Middlesbrough as well. And I started actually by getting his views on England and Thomas Tuchel's tactics against Argentina.
These guys have done 3 comebacks, like, miracles. I mean, why not a 4th? Or maybe, you never know. But don't put all your eggs in the same basket. And he went ultra defensive for my liking. And if anything would have gone wrong, which it did, what you left with? I mean, and then he tried to react too late. He played with 5 centre halves. He didn't make the right stops up for me again. In the midfield, which you should have needed pace or someone to hold the ball in possession to kind of get out of your box. So I think by making those subs, made a call of the team too defensive. And by the time needed to react, obviously I think it was too late. There's this stat now, this 12% possession in the last since the goal of Gordon, and I think it was like 12 passes altogether. I mean, but you could see it on the pitch. I think it was getting, I think rightly so, so much critics because he thought the game was finished before it was finished.
And with your Spanish hat on, would you have been more confident facing England in the final than you are facing Argentina?
Yeah, because I think, again, England, like Spain, we are more predictive in the way we're going to play. And you can prepare the game, okay, these guys are good at this, are good at that. With Argentina, you don't know. I mean, you might think they go passing, and they don't go passing, and then they go long balls, and they go short balls, and they go Messi crossing, set pieces. They're so unpredictable. So in terms of football, I would have preferred England in the final for Spain, yeah.
That's surprising. So would we, by the way.
That's quite damning, though, isn't it? Because that tells you how the rest of the world view England.
Yeah.
They'd rather play us than anyone else, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
What's interesting is everyone you talked about the World Cup final has a different view on who should win it, who they think will win it, and why they want that country to win it. Just a quick word from both of you about the World Cup final. Do you think it'll be a great World Cup final? We've got 2 wonderful teams in it.
I hope so. And I think if you look at Argentina in the knockout rounds, their games have served up plenty of entertainment because they don't defend particularly well, but they create chances. Obviously, Spain have been really good defensively. A lot of people are saying Spain are favourites. They probably are, but I've just got a similar feeling to what I had in Qatar, that Messi can do it again and drive this team onto glory. And unpopular opinion, because it wasn't great, the Argentinian celebrations after the game, but I wouldn't be against them winning it again for Messi.
See, that's my only thing. I think for Messi, in like kind of an individual, I think it'd be great to watch him lift back-to-back trophies and have the influence on this tournament they had on the last one. But almost as a collective, I think I want Spain to win. I think Spain have been so impressive this tournament. I like everything about them, down to the manager, down to the kind of the application, the way they kind of viewed the classiness that they play with as well. I just think Spain are the better side, but I think you have to factor in Messi. He is that good. He can influence games. Even when he's not scoring, he's got that real quality to put the ball into the box, to create something out of nothing. And you have to be prepared for that.
It's going to be difficult for Argentina to break them down, right? Because I think it's fair to say France had the best front four going into this World Cup, and they couldn't do it in the semi-final. So if Argentina are going to win, do you expect them to score lots of goals?
Do you know what? You're right, but I do feel like, and I don't know what you think, Crookie, France are very individualistic. So they very rarely kind of work as a front four, as a unit. It's always like, Beppe, you do it. Elisa, you do it. Whereas I think with...
Is that not with Argentina, Messi, you do it?
Not really, no. I think Alvarez will do something. They're all in tandem. They're all on the same page. And
I think he'll start Lautaro Martinez for this game. Obviously came on and got the winner against England, and it just seems that he brings the best out of Messi. I'm not sure Messi and Alvarez necessarily work as a pair.
No, that's fair.
But I think Argentina are more of a collective than France.
Okay, what will the score be?
I'm going to go 2-1 Argentina.
Okay, DB?
And reverse Spain.
Okay.
You?
Do you know, I don't know.
Well, we need an answer. So that's what you're paid to do. So
I'm not paid to get up.
Yeah, you are. Give it
I'm the glue that holds the show together.
Exactly.
No.
The glue needs answers. So there you go.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. We're gone.
Argentina will win 3-1. Messi will get 2.
Thank you. Clip that.
You like that?
Yeah, clip that.
Jared Bowen scored a winner for Villa.
Oh, well, no. Wait, I ain't finished with it, actually. Do you hear his transfer insider about Jared Bowen?
No.
So if Crookie didn't hear it, obviously wasn't happening. He come out on the show.
Hold on.
I told him, no, okay. He come on the show and went a couple of weeks ago, banged his hand on the table, because that's the important part. I said it was done. Jared Bowen to Aston Villa.
Really?
Yeah. That's what he came on and said.
You should have read my notebook. I said 3 weeks ago he was staying.
Oi, I heard your team announcement the other night for England. Still to come when we get in the Spanish angle ahead of Sunday's World Cup final. First, it's time for a bit of no Googling. I think Jared Bowen was in that one, wasn't he? Spain in the first World Cup. In their first World Cup final since beating Netherlands 1-0 back in 2010. We want to know who assisted Iniesta's winner that day. Who assisted Iniesta's winner
I know that is.
in 2010? The answer to that and more coming up in the last 30 minutes of World Cup Drive. Live from New York. See you in a moment.
To go, mate. I'm sorry, Jeff. Like, when we are paying £8 million for a foreign coach to come in and win us our first trophy since 1966, and that's what he does in a semi-final for an Argentinian side that were there for the taking, and to do what he did, 10 times worse than anything Southgate's ever done negatively. I'm sorry, he has to go, mate. Simple as that. The FA have to make a decision, and I just didn't like his interview, the arrogance of his interview. No regrets. Yes, you have got regrets, mate. You've got regrets. There was loads of trouble after the game across the country. Everyone was together. And that's on you, Thomas Tuchel. That's on you. The negativity, cowardly tactics. You can't blame the players. I'm hearing people say, Jeff, that, the players on the pitch have got to make decisions. There's some experience. No, you listen to your coach. Your coach tells you to play a certain formation. You listen to him.
Yeah.
He has to go. Simple as that. No foreign coach ever won the World Cup. Maybe for a reason. We've given it a go now again with a foreign coach, and that's what he's done.
I mean, Alan here has just tested the same sort of thing that you were saying. So Tuchel's shortcomings have been exposed. What about the players' shortcomings? Well, look, the players, we've got 6 defenders on. We've got 4 central defenders on at the end for the cross that Messi puts into Laura Martinez. So, yes, I get that. But ultimately, the can has to be carried by the coach, especially with the negativity. I mean, look, everybody said this. But the negative... Anthony Gordon is flying. We scored a brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. You'll have loved, the fact that Kane... Declan Rice, who's soon to come off as well. Morgan Rogers. And a lovely finish to Anthony Gordon. And Gordon's feeling 10 feet tall, so what do we do? Oh, we'll take him off.
We've all seen one of these before, right? The old heavy leather book. No, not that one. That one. Used in World Cups and football as a whole for years back in the day. It's a far cry from modern balls made from synthetic materials full of sensors for VAR and goal line technology. So when did the switch happen? Up until 1970, it was generally the rule of thumb that the host nation would provide the ball. The balls were always made from leather, usually with a vulcanized rubber interior, the same stuff they make tennis balls from. But in rainy and muddy conditions, the ball would absorb loads, and it was like playing with a brick. In 1970, Adidas were tasked with creating their first ball, and they came up with this icon, the Telstar. Despite its new, sleek look, it was a handful for goalkeepers and pretty unpleasant to head with. So in 1974, Adidas came out with the Telstar Durlast, the first synthetically coated ball that would be resistant to water and mud, and generally wouldn't wear as badly. The next major breakthrough came during the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, where Adidas placed an alien-like sensor in the middle of the ball, tracking every touch at 500 hertz to aid referees in offside decisions and handball calls. But in essence, it's the same ball developed by Adidas over 40 years ago.
Welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, Alex Crook. We are live from Virgin Hotels in New York. In a moment, we'll say hello to another guest we have. But first, the answer to the no Googling question. Spain are in their first World Cup final since beating the Netherlands 1-0 back in 2010. Who got the assist for Cesc Fabregas is the answer. Well done. Right, following us at 7, Adrian Durham hosts Kickoff live from New York. He'll be alongside former England captain Stuart Pearce. Back to football in just a moment. First, let's get an update from the second round of the Open at Royal Birkdale. Watching for talkSPORT is Gabby Partington. Hello, Gabby.
Hello, how are you both?
Good, very well. How are you doing?
I'm going to go straight in.
Gabby, I must apologise. I always get your surname wrong. Partington. I just can't do it. Partington.
Yeah, it's like, think of like a party. Think of like a party.
Party, yeah.
Ington.
Then what?
Ington.
Party.
Well, how are you getting that wrong? Partington.
I just can't say it. My brain can't Partington. Can't do it. Gabby, forget what I can't. Terrible.
Versions each time, each major.
No, it's terrible. Gabby, over to you. Tell us more about the Open. Sorry.
Anyway, here we go. Look, Matt Wallace and Alex Fitzpatrick remain the leading Englishmen on the leaderboard at 4 under par. in a tie for 7th, actually, after completing their rounds earlier today. Dan Brown is a shot further back at 3 under after an eventful finish of eagle then bogey. But in terms of who's doing best out there on the course, Bryson DeChambeau is one of the biggest movers, picking up birdies at the 9th and 11th to reach 5 under par, just 3 behind leader Lucas Herbert. Just a quick story and a great one from actually further down the leaderboard. Jose Ballester, he needed something special to make the weekend, and just finished eagle birdie to climb to 1 over par right on the projected cut line. Amazing nerve from the Spaniard there. Remember, you can catch the remainder of the action live on talkSPORT 2.
Thank you, Gabby. The wonderful Gabby. Right, reminder, there is live commentary of the Open over on talkSPORT 2 right now. But you don't want to do that. You want to stay with us because it's time now to slide into game day with Burger King.
Sliding into game day on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
Look how close I'm to Andy, look.
Yes, talkSPORT brings you live commentary, of course, of Sunday's World Cup final between Spain and Argentina. And to look ahead to that game, we're delighted to be joined by the Spanish football journalist, Sara Pereira joins us now. Hello, Sara.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Good to see you again. Are you all right? You well? You enjoying life in New York?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, at least we can breathe now today. Yesterday was nonsense. I was struggling a bit. Sorry, there's so much smoke.
Yes, although back home in London, I was looking at the English newspapers, and there's like a panic amongst English newspaper readers thinking that the game might even get called off.
Well, they're not
Sunday.
in it, right? So it doesn't really matter for them.
No. Do you think we're better?
Wow, that is harsh.
Sorry, I didn't even hear that bit.
Oh.
Basically said we ain't got to worry about it because you're not in it.
Okay, you know you're on an English radio station, right?
Yes.
We're not in it, sadly. We're not. We don't want to talk about England not being. Let's talk about Spain being in it.
Mm-hmm.
How excited are you, firstly?
Yeah, no, I'm so excited for this final. Honestly, you have Messi at 39 going up against a Spanish side that seems to be getting better and better as the games have been going on, and they've been incredible. I'm so pleased that they're here. I think they've earned their spot.
So, sorry, how far do you think Lamine Yamal's off his absolute best? Because I know he had the injuries coming into it. He's almost played his way into it. How far off is he, do you think?
Do you know, I think he's farther than we think. He didn't train with the team yesterday. So, and he has something wrapped around his leg right now. So I think he's probably like maybe 65% fit. Yeah, I think he's way off it.
Wow. And how big a concern is that then for the final?
I mean, I think he plays no matter what. I think like as if you can walk, you can play kind of thing. But I am worried that it might affect him in the final because the Argentinians are quite aggressive, as you guys know very well.
Yeah. You know these players pretty well, right? Part of your job is to interview these guys week in, week out. Rodri has just been above and beyond. Are you surprised? Listen, we know he's a wonderful player. You don't win the Ballon d'Or unless you are one of the greatest ever in the world currently, I should say. Are you surprised that it looks like he's got back to those kind of levels? Because he had that injury and there were concerns that maybe he lost a bit of pace.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it shows how much he's put into bouncing back. We were talking about this the other night, coming back from an ACL injury. You know, it's not easy for any player, and in order to do that, you have to put so much into it. And we're basically seeing him at his best again. You know, 3 seasons ago, Rodri at Manchester United. Now he's doing the same thing for Spain. It's incredible.
What are you expecting then from the final? Because I think Spain will dominate possession, but I do worry about the physicality of Argentina.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen?
The thing is with this Spanish side versus, let's say, the Spanish side in 2010 is they are a lot bigger. Some of the players, let's say Rodri, for example, Laporte, even Unai Simon is a bigger keeper. So I do think they'll be able to manage it better, but going up against an Argentinian, like it's never going to be easy. It is going to be possession, but I think Spain also have that kind of tiki-taka football where they'll be able to keep the ball away from them without having to go in for those 50-50s.
Yeah. I was speaking to Guys Commendieti yesterday, and he doesn't want the game to go to penalties. He's worried if it goes to a shootout that Martinez will come out on top in that battle of the two goalkeepers.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with Gaitka. You never want to see your team go into penalties anyways, just for the sake of your own heart. But also, yeah, Dibu Martinez has proven to be an excellent keeper when it comes to penalties. He knows how to play those mind games. I definitely would get it in the 90 and finish it off.
Yeah. Argentina proved they're never dead until the final goes. We saw it against Egypt, and obviously we saw it against England. If Spain are leading 1-0 with 15 minutes to go, do you think your manager will make any changes? Because ours, of course, did, and ultimately we all believe it cost us. What will Spain do?
Yeah, I think Spain will learn a lesson from that, but I also don't think they're a team that's sitting back right now. If they're up 1-0, they'll keep pushing forward with the possession of that ball. They're not going to, sit back in the 55th minute, was it? Like, that's just out of order, in my opinion. But Luis de la Fuente seems to be, really pragmatic and learning from each game, so I don't see that happening with Spain.
What is the thought process around De La Fuente? Because I didn't know too much about him, if I'm honest, when you guys went into the Euros and won it. How do the Spanish kind of media and the Spanish people look at him? Is he like, he can't get any higher in terms of how good he is?
I mean, similarly to Gareth Southgate, he had those loyalties that there were questions about. You know, starting Aymeric Laporte, people were saying, how are you going to start him? You know, but we've seen that he knows these players better than all of us, and it seems to be a solid backline. Every single player he has trust in has been doing well. He started Llorente at the beginning of the tournament. It wasn't working. He's off now. Switched in Pedro Porro. Amazing World Cup. So, I mean, I think people are really pleased with him because, like I said, he's pragmatic, which you don't see from a lot of managers. So he has his loyalties, but he's also willing to learn from the mistakes.
You mentioned that one of the fullbacks there, Pedro Porro. Both fullbacks for Spain have been exceptional. Cucurella as well. But there's a couple of club battles here, isn't there? Because you've obviously got Pedro Porro up against Christian Romero, Enzo Fernandez against Cucurella. Do you think those two Argentinian players are going to try and wind up their club teammates, try and get them an early yellow card?
Yeah, of course. They're Argentinian. They're going to wind everyone up. Of course they are. I mean, they love to play these mind games. They love to get in each other's heads. And I do think we'd see it from them because it tends to work for them, right? They play these kind of nasty games, but they're playing the game.
And are you playing the referee as well as playing Argentina? Because it felt like that for England.
Great question.
Wow, you guys are very salty. Come on now. Salty.
Oh, come on, you must have seen that game and thought it's England v them and the ref, the officials, right?
I don't. I think that was a game where Argentina won fair and square, and you guys lost the. You guys lost the match. 55th minute, you're going to sit back and bring on defenders. That is your fault and your fault.
I think it was the 72nd. But how many times did Argentina foul us and not get a yellow card?
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I don't think England lost because of the ref. I think England lost.
I agree with that.
No, I agree with that, but it didn't help.
No, of course not. Of course not. But I also think Spain in this tournament hasn't had any sort of controversy with any of the referees. They've gone under the radar. They're kind of a likable side. There's not much going on with them. So I don't think that they're going to be a team necessarily where they're going to draw attention to the ref or from the ref. Do you know what I mean? Like they seem like quite calm and just doing playing the game properly.
Yeah.
How much does Messi worry you?
Yep. I mean, what are you going to say? Of course he worries me. He's 39 years old and he's doing this. It's incredible. And like we said, give him 10 minutes and he can change a game. Absolutely. I'm super nervous about it. But there's also something about the fact that there's so many La Masia players here. They kind of know each other. I wonder if that will play into, be a factor for Spain beneficially. I'm not sure, but yeah, he worries me a lot.
Can I ask you one off script very quickly? Because there's a suggestion.
Hold on, there is no script. Everything's off script.
There's a suggestion this morning in The Athletic that Pep Guardiola at one stage had a verbal agreement to become the England manager. How would that go down in Spain?
Yeah, I don't think they would worry too much. He's Catalan, so it's very, I don't ever see him managing the national team of Spain, and I don't think the Spanish people that are more nationalist would really be bothered too much. I would love for Pep to come over to Spain because he's one of the best managers we've ever seen, but I'm sure you guys would like to have him for England.
Yeah, he's not going to go to a back six with 20 minutes plus stoppage time to go, is he?
Is he still really highly regarded in Spain?
Yeah, of course. I mean, even if you ask Real Madrid fans, they know what his caliber is. He's incredible.
Yeah. With regards to how you think Spain will get on, you've won the Euros. It wasn't that long ago you were World Cup winners as well. What are the desperation levels like over in Spain to win the World Cup on Sunday? Because I don't know if you're aware of it, we're quite desperate over here in England to win the World Cup, and we've got to wait at least another 4 years. I think it's going to be a lot more. If you lose, is it a catastrophe on Sunday?
No, I don't think it's a catastrophe, but getting so far and, you having to wait 4 years again, it's a long time, right? But something I read the other day is there's never been a women's national team that won the World Cup at the same time as the men's, within the same country. So if Spain do it, that would also be, breaking another record here. Both the men and the women, the best in the football. So I think it's not the end of the world, but of course they want to get it.
Yeah.
If Spain go out of a major tournament, I've always wondered this, is the pylon on your manager as bad as it is in England? Because Gareth Southgate, after every tournament, he's got to go. Thomas Tuchel, after the decisions he made, he's got to go. Is it the same in Spain?
Yeah, I'd say so, because if you guys remember Russia 2018, it was really bad.
Yeah.
And Luis Enrique's stint there as well, everyone was looking at them because the Spanish, similarly to England over the past 2 decades, have not had an issue producing talent. So when you say, okay, well, we have good players, why isn't it working? Immediately people go and look at the manager. And Spanish are quite, not as bad as the English, but they're quite harsh.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on our show. You've got your ticket for the World Cup final?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Who are you going with? Friends, or you just work?
No, I'm working.
Are you working on it?
Yeah.
So where will you be? You're not pitch side, surely?
Yeah, pitch side. I'd hopefully intervene the players afterwards.
Oh my!
Do you wish England were there?
It doesn't really matter if Spain's there.
Well, it matters to us.
Hey,
all right.
Hey.
Would you
well,
okay?
Anyway, Spain's gonna win either way.
Do you know what? I hope you lose. I don't know.
You want the Argentinians to win?
Of course I hope you win the game. I really do. What would the score be?
I'm really hoping 3-1 to Spain.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
Well, I know what you're hoping. What do you think the score will be?
3-1.
3-1. Okay, it doesn't change. Sarah, we're a round of applause for the one from Sarah. Good work. If people want to find you on Instagram, how can they do that? What's your handle?
Sarah Pararia, just my name.
That's simple. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, guys.
That was a look at some of the day's key talking points, all thanks to Burger King.
Sliding into game day on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
There you go. Big thanks to Sarah again. Make sure you go follow on social media. The last 15 minutes of the last show of ours, live from New York. Very sad moment. Coming up right after this. See you in a second.
I wonder whether he went back, muscle memory, whether he's gone back to what happened against Mexico, where we dealt with 5 at the back and they threw things at. But this ain't Mexico.
There's 20 minutes left.
It's
20 minutes of normal time, Jace.
It's more than that.
And we had a man sent off against Mexico. You could almost accept it.
I know.
You're playing against Argentina.
Yeah.
You can't sit off for 25 minutes against Argentina. He absolutely bottled it. Thomas Tuchel's cost us the World Cup. He cost us the World Cup. We're 1-0 up. Played well first half. All right, cagey affair. We go 1-0 up. Be brave. Be brave, Thomas. This is what we brought you in for. We brought you in for this moment. We got rid of Southgate because he bottled it, because he weren't brave. We brought you in for now to make that decision. We're 1-0 up in a World Cup semi-final. Bring on Rashford. Bring on Saka. And if they score, they score. But at least we're going to go down fighting. At least we're going to go down with some pride. We fell out of the World Cup in disgrace because of him. Because of him. And we brought him in for this job. This is what we brought him in for, to get us over this line. And it's the same old England, same old crap, same old guff that I have to watch every tournament that we're in. And it's the manager's tucked us up again. Tucked us up. We're dead on our feet. Got Morgan Rogers playing right wing, Jude Bellingham on the left. Brings on Nico O'Reilly. We can't get out. Harry Kane's done nothing. He's dead. Nothing. Got nothing left.
I don't.
I can't believe it, Jace.
Well, no.
Jace, I can't believe it.
No,
it's a disgrace.
He
should be sacked. Get him out. Gone.
I totally agree. I can't believe that we've moved on from Southgate, and it was if you look back over how we've limped out of World Cup or Euros, whatever, it was literally rinse and repeat. It's the same reasons. It was cowardice.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
time, sadly. I will say welcome back to World Cup Drive on talkSPORT. We're live in New York. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent and Alex Crook. Following us at 7, Adrian Durham hosts Kickoff. He'll be alongside former England captain Stuart Pearce. Jim Proudfoot. I'll be honest, it won't be pretty on the eye, but it will be a good listen. Now, with England out of the World Cup and ahead of that massive third-place playoff, live on talkSPORT tomorrow night, we thought we would rank the performance of each player and discuss whether they'll be playing at the Euros in 2 years' time. So what will happen is I'll call out the player's name and you two can slag them off, okay? So I need a score out of 10 for the entire World Cup and whether or not they'll play at the Euros. Let's start with the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford.
I'll give him a 7.
6 for me.
Okay. Why have you marked him down?
I think a couple of goals. The one against Croatia in the first game, and even the Enzo Fernandez goal, I think he could have done better, potentially.
But I think some of the saves that he did made it more respectable and also kept us in certain games as well.
Yeah, the one against Argentina, Dan, who's right, was...
Yeah, I mean, ultimately we lost that game, but would he still be there? I think a lot depends on the next. I like Dean Henderson at Palace.
James Trafford.
Keep an eye on Carl Rushworth as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Watched him at Coventry last season, was brilliant. Will Pickford be there in some capacity? I think he will be.
He has to be, right, in 2 years' time?
Yeah, but it just depends on what happens with these other younger goalkeepers that are coming through. And
okay.
Certainly. But I do like Dean Henderson, always have done.
Okay, Ezri Konsa out of 10?
I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Next tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
See no reason why not, particularly if he's an Arsenal player by then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, heavy links as well today. Jarell Quansah.
6, probably.
5.
Do you know what? I look at Quansah, obviously he had the red card.
Yeah.
But I just don't remember too many moments from him. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like I know he was here, but other than the red card, nothing else kind of flashes off the
page. The game where he played at right back, he struggled in that position.
Yeah.
It's not his fault, though.
No,
right?
exactly, but he didn't make the runs for the wide player,
No.
so it's a strange call that by Thomas Tuchel.
The only player ever to play for England, not have a club, John Stones.
I'll give him a 7.
I thought he's been pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't meant to start for England.
No.
He was everyone's second choice.
Yeah, I mean, he's not getting an 8.
I'd go 7 as well.
7, that's fair. Will he be at the next Euros?
No.
Probably not.
Okay. Mark, where do you think he'll go, by the way, Cook? Have you heard any whispers?
Well, there were whispers with Everton, but I think they're quite happy with what they've got. Obviously, his former club. There's interest from Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure he wants to do that. One of the newly promoted teams could do worse than pick up John Stones.
Do you know where I think he might end up, but conversations wouldn't surprise me? Is Bayern. Vincent Kompany.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at.
He's not a terrible shout.
He's not going to play, but goes there, and they play a lot of games over there in Champions League, and that's what. And he obviously knows Vincent Kompany.
Okay, yeah. Mark Gurhey. You're both gone quiet. Why is that? Did you expect more from him?
Yeah, I think.
I'd say 6.
Yeah, I was going to say 6 as well. I don't think we saw the best version of him.
No.
Okay. Will he be playing at the Euros?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Dan Burn.
I'm giving him a 6.
Yeah.
He's not getting more than that for a couple of headers.
You could mark him up. You can mark him up as a cult hero for that.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
as a cult hero, he gets a 10.
Yeah.
He probably would have got an 8 if he didn't let Otamendi, who's 5'4", out-jump him the last 4 times against Argentina.
That was a surprise, yeah. Okay, he won't be in the next Euros.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Nico O'Reilly.
6.
Now, lots expected from him, right? He was meant to be first choice left back.
I might go 5. You know.
Why didn't it work for him?
I don't know.
Listen, at City, he's brilliant, and he gets forward, gets goals.
And that's what I'm comparing him to. You look at his form at club level compared to what we saw here. It's like he's 2 different players.
You find that with the Pep system, certainly in attacking areas, that the way Pep utilises these players, they come to England, not really the same.
Okay. Reece James. A half-fit Reece James. What are you giving him out of 10?
I think probably a 6.
Yeah, I was thinking 7. I'm going to go 6.5.
Okay, will he be at the next Euros?
That's a tough one. I mean, if
That's
he's
a
fit,
flip of a
yes.
coin, that, yeah.
Is he going to stay fit for the next 2 years? History says no.
Jed Spence.
I'm going to give him an 8.
Okay, for the whole tournament?
Yeah.
I'll go 7.
He did have some down moments, but, you know, he was great in the
Argentina game. He made that one
game.
brilliant tackle, didn't he, in the Argentina game?
Okay. Declan Rice. Now, we love Declan, but it just wasn't to be for him, was it?
4.
Blimey. Okay, 4.
I didn't think he showed anything.
All right, okay.
I'm going to give him a 6.
All right. Will he be at the Euros? Of course he will.
Yeah.
Elliot Anderson?
6.
I'll go 7. I thought he was one of England's better players.
I agree with that.
So, but again, I look at it, a good player, really good player, but I don't remember anything.
Well, that first half, he did a job on Messi until he got the yellow card, and that's where it all started to unravel.
Jude Bellingham?
9.
He scored 6 goals.
Yeah, 8.5.
Okay, he'll be there. Bukayo Saka, injured.
5.
Yeah.
At best. He'll be there, right?
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
You almost have to
scored
give
6 goals.
I have to give him 7 because he scored 6.
Yeah, I'd say 7, but I thought he was really, apart from that one pass that helped lead to the goal, he was really ineffective against Argentina.
Will he be at the Euros?
Yes, but I'm not sure he'll be at the next World Cup.
Okay, Rashford?
I have to give him like a 4 or 5 because he didn't really feature. I mean, he was brilliant when he came in against Croatia. But other than that...
Yeah, 5.
Will he be there?
Yeah.
He needs a big move somewhere. Morgan Rogers?
6.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Wasn't bad, wasn't great. Anthony Gordon, all £70 million worth of him.
Joe, I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, I'd say 7.
Yeah.
Will he be at the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Noni Madueke?
I imagine.
Well, you're giving Declan Rice a 4. I'm going to have to go same. 4.
Yeah. Yeah, 4.
Okay.
I feel bad saying that because...
No, well, you got to be honest, right? Will he be at the Euros?
You know what? I'd probably say 3.
Okay. Will he be at the Euros?
I'd say no, unless he can improve his level.
This will be last one. This will be interesting. The manager, Thomas Tuchel.
Well, he got us to a semi-final, which would have given him a high mark, but those substitutions takes him automatically down to a 4.
2.
2.
The only reason we're not at the World Cup final on Sunday is because of Thomas Tuchel, and that was literally what he was brought in to do. At huge cost.
That's a great way.
Still not bothering you quick enough.
Great way to end the show on a big old high. That's it.
It's Thomas Tuchel's fault. We're going home.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah. Look, he's gutted. You've been out since about February, haven't you? Is that not long enough, Cookie? Cookie, you're coming back on the flight with us.
I am.
All right. Your time, like ours, is up here in New York.
Sadly so.
Yeah, sadly so. You have been listening to World Cup Drive here at Virgin Hotels in New York. It's been me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, Alex Crook. A big thanks to all of our guests today, Laura Woods, Ali McCoist, AJ Tracy. And an even bigger thank you to the people you don't see. The brilliant Susan, Joe, Finn, Management Max, Emma, who flew back yesterday, producer Joe, and it pains me to say, even Jack. Back at 8.
I'll give him Ryan a little plug because Ryan is there as well. So Ryan has been at it for a long time. Ryan as well.
Ryan can start his holiday now, 2-day holiday.
Yeah.
Billy.
Someone just said one more Billy. No, he's been watching Friends.
He's still working?
He's been watching Friends. But more importantly, thank you to you and all of you for your company over the last 2 weeks as we travelled America. It's been incredible. We'll be back, not me and him, but I'll be back alongside Ben Foster, 4 p.m. on Monday for Drive Time. I haven't done Drive for years. Don't go anywhere. Adrian Durham, the GOAT, brings you World Cup kickoff next. Stuart Pearce and Jim Proudfoot alongside. Thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay with talkSPORT. Enjoy the World Cup final. Come on, Spain. Come on, Spain. Bring it home. Bring it home, Spain.
Now, we get the inevitable fallout after a World Cup, and there are reports that one or two of the England players were very surprised that we went ultra defensive in that closing stage of the game. And we were saying earlier on to Stan Collymore that there's a lot of making up to be done by Thomas Tuchel. A lot of people now would have lost trust and belief maybe in his methods, and that would include fans, it would include media, and he's going to have a very prickly time with the media, I guess, over the next 2 years, and maybe some of the players as well, Adrian.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think he's it's a big moment in his England career. Everything had been okay and judgment had been on hold, but judgment was always going to come with what happened at this World Cup because he was brought in to win the World Cup. And there's no shame in losing to the reigning champions, Argentina, who've still got a player like Messi, who is the best we'll ever see in our lifetime. But it's the manner in which you lose that game, and that